4 minutes till start of broadcast. This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. Here's your 2-minute time check. Mark. 'Here comes your 1-minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. 30 seconds till broadcast. Mark.
'From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
Alongside Jason Caldwell, I'm Brad Law. Foley Field in Athens. Auburn pitched just about as well as you could hope to pitch against Georgia yesterday, but couldn't come through early when they had offensive opportunities. And today, the Tigers enter a doubleheader, down a game in the series. War Eagle, welcome to Athens. Jason, let's just talk quickly about the task facing Auburn today. Are they looking at this like You got 2 games and 18 innings. Can you afford to do that? Or can they just go an inning a game at a time? Just try to get this first game of the doubleheader.
I think that's it. I think you focus on one game. I think for Auburn, you look at it and go, the one thing you know you're going to have to do is you're going to have to score runs. That's where it starts. Georgia's going to score runs. Auburn held them to 4 last night. You got to feel like you're going to have to score some runs today. For Auburn, can you do that? And Auburn has the numbers on the mound. You got 18 innings to cover today. You got 13, probably maybe 14 guys that you can get on the mound today. Can you get into this first game with Cade Fisher? Can you score some runs? You do those things, and you'll give yourselves an opportunity, and that's what you're looking for today.
They're doing a couple of different things with the lineup. We'll tell you about that coming up in just a little bit. But straight ahead, our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson before a long day, hopefully a prosperous day, here at the ballpark on the road. Number 11 against number 2. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson.
Coach, what is the biggest key to a turnaround like this? Physically, the guys are in really good shape. Mentally, you think you got them in a good spot, and I guess you need to see that early today.
Yeah, they're young, they're resilient, they bounce back, so getting right back out on the field. I thought we pitched a really good game, especially when you look at what they've done this year, the Georgia team offensively, and to keep them to 4 runs. I think it's positive. I don't think that's very negative, but we're just going to get out. We've got to keep finding ourselves offensively. The last 2 games to score 1 run, I think you're hard-pressed to find a win. So we all know that we got to hook that back up offensively, but at the same time, you don't go just chase every little thing that's going on there, because we have a job to do from a standpoint of keeping that offense at bay. So you're about as good as next day starting pitcher. So hopefully Fisher can come out and get into the game and get us going. But I thought Dutton and was competitive, and I thought Tilly may have had his best outing in an Auburn uniform for 2 years, and they did provide a roadmap. And now can the guys, starting with Fisher, can they execute it? Because it's going to be a long day at the ballpark.
Is it still a next game and that's it approach in terms of how you're coaching and how you're kind of planning for this day? It's just this first game of 2 today is really the main thing.
I think so. It's kind of like I use it as everybody can play a good 9 holes of golf. It's hard to put 18 holes together. I just think being in the moment and taking care of the ball game and then taking an exhale and coming back for the next one. I just, anything in life, in my opinion, the look ahead, look down the road, not be in the present moment is a challenge. And that's what happens when you play in the doubleheader or playing 2 games in one day. I just thinking be right in the moment of where we're at. And I even think that applies to coaching too. If you start thinking about, I'm going to use this guy the next game, or I think we stay in this present moment. Let's absolutely keep our mind in the confines, in the bracket of this game, and then we'll have an hour or 45 minutes or whatever to devote some time mentally to what the next game looks like. So yeah, I think it's huge for us to kind of just rebound from last night and get out here and see if we can play a ball game, even this series up, and then have a little break and maybe hopefully come out and win this series.
Every start out the last 4 weeks, Cade has gone a little further and a little further and a little further. What has been the key to that development, and what do you look for out of him on the mound today?
Yeah, one of the fruits of the spirit, patience. I think he's been patient. We've been patient. And, the team's been patient. And got 4 good innings last week, and see if we can squeeze something out of that. And I think we'll all feel like that investment was a good thing to do. The left-handedness, the experience, the talent, just that would really help us to be able to come along and keep growing as a ball club, to see him go out there and be able to do it again, especially against a quality offense on the road. We sure could use a 5 or 6 inning performance from him today. But again, he's just got to stay in the moment. He's got to get out of the first, go get out of the first inning, and then take it 1 inning at a time, and just have somebody come behind him, 2 or 3 guys, or whatever it takes. We didn't expend any bullpen. That was the other positive. Tilly, just 1 reliever in a ball game. So when you have a long day of 18 innings at minimum, to only use 1 reliever in a ball game, hopefully will pay some positive dividends today.
Can't wait to watch them. Let's go get them a long day, great day at the ballpark. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn Baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The pieces for Georgia are the same. They've just moved around in a couple of different spots. Devin Obie is the center fielder. He moves into the leadoff spot here for Game 1 of our doubleheader. Robbie Burnett bats and plays second. Hitting third and DHing in Game 1 for the Bulldogs, Rylan Zaborowski. Slate Alford is the third baseman. He'll bat cleanup. Christian Adams plays first base today. He will bat fifth. Hitting sixth, and in left field, it's Nolan McCarthy. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Daniel Jackson. Henry Hunter catches again and bats 8th, and batting 9th, the shortstop, Colby Branch. Again, for West Johnson's Bulldogs, 26-2 overall, 6-1 in the conference, and ranked number 2 in the country. It's Obi, Burnett, Zaborowski, Alford, Adams, McCarthy, Jackson, Hunter, and Branch. Now for Butch Thompson's Auburn Tigers, 20 wins and 6 losses, 4-3 in conference play. Cade Ballou moves into the leadoff spot. Center fielder for the Tigers batting leadoff. Eric Snow at third base moves into the 2-hole. Right fielder Ike Irish hits third, and the cleanup man today is also the catcher, Lucas Steele. Steele draws the start behind the plate and bats cleanup. Cooper McMurray at first base slides into the 5-hole. Derek Fabian moves up to the 6 slot. Fabian the shortstop. Batting 7th and DHing, it's Chase Fralick. Addison Klepsch, a freshman, gets the start at second base for the Tigers in Game 1. He will bat 8th. And Bristol Carter gets the call in left field. He'll bat 9th. A couple of different pieces in the lineup for the Tigers, Butch Thompson and company. This is the lineup again. It's Ballou, Snow, Irish, Steele, McMurray, Fabian, Fralick, Klepsch, and Carter. We've got a really nice day for baseball. It is a smaller crowd filling in. Jason mentioned this earlier. We'll talk a little more about it. It almost feels like a regional Saturday. You're coming out. It's an earlier start to the day, except here the Tigers are gearing up to play 18 innings today in their blue jerseys, gray pants, white numerals, and letters. Georgia taking the field in their red jerseys and white pants, white numerals and letters, and black trim. So the guys in red against the guys in blue today as Auburn tries to even up the series. We'll tell you more about the Georgia starter, set the Bulldogs defense, and it'll be Cade Ballou to lead things off. We're ready for baseball when we come back from our final pregame timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn women's call for Megan Schofield on winning the Leah Rawls Atkins Award.
It has a lot to do with in the classroom, and I think just like leadership and kind of being like an Auburn man or woman. That was my interpretation of it. Just really like exemplifying and like being your best version of yourself for your school. And I felt like I really tried to do that in my 5 years at Auburn, and not because I wanted to win awards. It's just really easy to do that for Auburn. I feel like Auburn gives you so much, and they provided so much for me. I mean, I'm still living here. I really think I could live here for the rest of my life. We just really love it here, and it was a pretty easy thing to do.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Cook's Pest Control, keeping your home and business safe from pests and termites since 1928. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Georgia defensively, Nolan McCarthy in left field, Devin Obie in center, Daniel Jackson in right. Along the infield, first to third, it's Christian Adams, Robbie Burnett, Colby Branch, Slate Alford. Henry Hunter back behind the plate, and he is doing the catching for Brian Curley, number 7. Curley was their closer for a good chunk of the early season, 5'10", 212, a junior and a transfer from VCU, one of 19 Division I transfers on the roster. Right-hander, 5'10", 212 pounds. Curley this year, 8 appearances. This is his second start. He has 2 saves and a 2-0 record, earned run average of just 2.41. 18 2/3 innings. He's given up 5 runs on 5 hits. Curley has walked 9, struck out 23. He's thrown 4 wild pitches, hit 2 batters, given up 2 doubles. Those are the only 2 extra base hits he's allowed, and teams are batting just .082 against Brian Curley. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. .68 degrees and partly cloudy, partly sunny. Glass half full, glass half empty. Skies here at Foley Field in Athens. Temperature is going to rise into the mid-70s under this sort of same level of cloudiness throughout the day today. Rain comes in tomorrow, and that's why we are playing 2 today. First pitch weather brought to you by Blue Moon. When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter, celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, JC, let's have some fun here today. Ballou, Snow, and Irish lead it off for the Auburn Tigers. How about Cade Ballou moving up into the leadoff spot here?
Yeah, really interesting, Brad, because you think about it, right-hander on the mound, and Auburn has gone pretty right-handed heavy in this lineup for a reason. Brian Curley, lefties, 0-34 against him. So to me, that means change up must be pretty strong. This is a guy that's probably only 5'8", 5'9", right-hander. So I think down in the zone, and a guy that does have some power, though.
First pitch to him, misses outside. That was a fastball at 97.
97, yeah. So you see 97 come out of that, and it has probably a little bit of a shock impact.
Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball. No change listed as the primary repertoire.
Really interesting to see, how he handles the lefties.
Fastball slider mix. Got to look for the down or the back foot slider. He's thrown 2 fastballs to start the at-bat, and he's missed with both. Ballou walked a couple of times yesterday. He's batting .318 now for the season. 4 homers, 16 RBIs. He's stolen 10 bases, so you'd love to get him on base in some way. He's also been hit a bunch and walked a bunch. There's 2-0. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Was that a slider at 89?
89.
That was a cutter.
Yeah, cutter at 89, and so something a little bit down. And again, that shows you the velocity coming out of there. He hasn't been a guy. He's only 18 innings in 8 appearances, but only the second start.
He was their closer for the first month and change of the season. Curley rocks and fires, and the pitch is a strike.
Same thing.
Yeah,
I think it's that cutter again, and so you're able to locate that pitch and then have 97 with a fastball, and you can see why this guy's been pretty difficult. 0.82 batting average. That's pretty strong.
And more than a strikeout an inning. Curley, 2-2 now to Ballou. He winds and he deals. And Cade takes. Whew. Tell you what, I would want that if I was a pitcher.
Yeah, hair down. But now Cade, full count, work the count here. See if you can get something to put something into play right here. Make Georgia start to field some balls on this turf.
Kellen Levy is the home plate umpire today. Seth Buckminster at first. Damian Beal at second. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Down.
Check swing. He did not go. Curley barely missed on 2-2 and again on 3-2. And now for the 3rd time early in this series, Cade Ballou has drawn a walk. So speedy Cade Ballou is on base. And we'll see how the Tigers play the running game here. Ballou is Auburn's leader in stolen bases with 10. He's been caught only twice, and they are yapping at Kellen Levy early in this game.
It's a long day to be on the umpires in first batter of 18 potential innings.
Base stealers 25 for 32 against this catcher. The pitch. Fastball fouled back. Took aim at a 95-mile-an-hour heater that was up a little bit. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, last night Snow's last at bat in the top of the ninth. They went up fastball, up fastball, up fastball, and got him swinging. That's the first pitch there, up fastball. I won't be surprised if they stay in the zone and try to continue to pitch him up a little bit.
Snow really deep in the box against this power-throwing right-hander. Curley deals and gets a strike down the middle. Back-to-back fastballs to start the at-bat, and very quickly it's 0-2.
The good thing, Auburn was able to get into the bullpen. We talked about that. They're able to get into the bullpen. Colton Smith is done for this weekend likely, so can you do that again today?
0-2. Snow takes it a little bit out. A ball and 2 strikes.
I'm fine. I like it. Hey, be patient a little bit. Make guys execute pitches early and don't help them out.
Much smaller crowd than we saw last night.
Yeah,
not as many in the student section at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Probably had something to do last night. A lot of studying.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung and foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3. Another strikeout for Curley. 1 away here in the first inning.
Yep, fastball up again, and so I think that's where they've been living against Eric Snow here, the last couple of at-bats, and they went back to it again now.
Curley, 24 strikeouts in now 19 innings. And here is Ike Irish, and Ike looks back. Gabe Gross gives him a little bit of instruction as he goes to step in.
Yep, 10 walks, though. He had 9 walks coming in 18 innings, and then walked Ballou to start this one. So 10 walks for him already, so he will be a little bit wild if you'll allow him to be that.
One every other inning or so. It's worth being patient. Irish swings at the first pitch, though. Pop fouls it back, and that will get out of play on top of the overhang just above us. 0-1. He's come out and gotten ahead in all 3 counts. He eventually lost Ballou. He struck out Snow.
Tell you what, I like Cade Ballou in that leadoff spot. Patient guy. He can run. Got some power, too. That's not a guy you feel like you can groove one to coming out of the plate.
Having to hold him on, too, it really opens up the right side for Irish here with 1 out. He can pull one. 0-1 delivery from Curley on the way. Fastball missed inside. 1-1. That was in.
Again, mighty tight early. Mighty tight zone here early.
Yes,
it was
cozy.
It was in.
It was.
But it was a good pitch.
There were a couple more that were much closer than that already.
It just adds up.
Sure.
Early.
Yeah. It sets an interesting tone. 1-1. Off speed, and that missed somewhere. And it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kellen Levy doing a fine job here in the top of the first inning.
Maybe he'll won't do as fine a job in the bottom half.
Right. Yeah. 2-1 pitch. Off speed and knocked down by the first baseman. He tries to underhand go to first in time, and they get Irish on the force. That's a nice play by Adams, who played second base yesterday. He's at first today. He dove to his right, knocked the ball down. I thought maybe it would roll away from him far enough for Irish to reach, but he pounced on it. Curley did a good job to cover the bag, and they get the ground out of Ike Irish.
Yeah, tough luck there. The ball bounced. It didn't bounce quite far enough away. Another couple of feet there, and that's an infield single, and you have first and second with 1 out.
As it is, Lucas Steele comes to the plate with a man in scoring position. Auburn a chance to strike first. 2 outs, top of the first inning. And Steele stands in with that open stance, batting lefty against the righty, and he swings to the first pitch, grounds it. Second base, glove there by Burnett. His throw across in time, and that is it for Auburn in the inning. A couple of nice defensive plays by the right side of the infield for Georgia, and Auburn is turned away. The Tigers get a leadoff walk, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Time to see what Cade Fisher can do. He's already out there on the mound and ready to go to work here with his warm-up tosses. Auburn nothing, Georgia coming to bat. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
A walk, no runs, no hits for Auburn in the top of the first. Tigers play defense for the first time. Cade Fisher gets the start for the Tigers. 6'3", 202, junior lefty out of Dalton, Georgia. Transfer from Florida. He's making his 6th start of the year so far this year in 5 starts. No record and a 5.40 earned run average, 13 in the 3rd innings. 9 hits, 8 runs, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts. Team's batting right at 200. Against Cade Fisher. He turned in a season-high 4 innings. Last week against Kentucky, left that game with Auburn leading 2-1. Fisher has hit 5 batters. He's thrown 3 wild pitches. Better than a strikeout an inning. And at times this year, he's been at his best in the 1st inning. Tigers did an okay job last night against Burnett and Zaborowski. Devin Obie homered last night for Georgia in the 2nd inning. That started the scoring, 1 of 2 2-run homers, and they moved Obie up into the leadoff spot here today. Georgia's center fielder, 7 homers, 25 driven in, and a right-handed batter. Fisher's first pitch is wild and all the way to the backstop, 1-0.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Can Fisher, can you be aggressive and while still hitting spots, but you can't pitch too cautious because if everything is off speed, they're going to sit on that. So you got to be able to throw a fastball.
1-0 upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Obie batting .284 for the year. He's also got 8 stolen bases. Georgia as a team hitting .318. Fisher's 2-0. That's high. 3 balls, no strikes.
And that's the thing. You have to kind of toe the line of, hey, I got to go after guys while still being cautious, and you find yourself down 3-0 and
down the middle with a fastball, and Burnett taking all the way there. Fastball at 88, or rather Obie taking all the way. 3-1.
Not a breath of air this morning.
3-1. Swing and a pop-up, backing out of play, and the count's full. So an early test here for Cade Fisher. Can he battle back after falling behind 3-0 and get the leadoff man?
Be a great sign for him if he can throw the fastball and get, not solid contact and have some of those. That would be really big for him moving forward.
Payoff pitch. Off speed.
Whoa.
Didn't get it. This guy's doing a terrible job.
That was a really good pitch right there on 3-2. Yep. I thought that was a strike all the way.
So Kellen Levy is consistent.
You're making everybody mad.
We're going to try to return the favor for the Georgia radio guy. Here's Robbie Burnett. Big lead over at first for Obie. He has 8 stolen bases. And let's see how early they want to test Steele behind the plate. First pitch to Burnett is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Burnett, a .365 average, 13 homers, 41 RBIs. Tigers struck him out a couple of times in last night's game. Lefty-lefty matchup. There's a
holy moly
1-0 pitch that missed somewhere. 2-0.
I don't know that he knows there's 18 innings to play today.
At the end of the day, a strike's a strike.
It is. That's a good pitch. That's 2 good pitches he's thrown there, and if
the message to these pitchers is going to be you have to throw it down the middle. Pitch. Bouncing ball to first. McMurray goes to second. 4-1 on to first. Double play. They turned it. It's a 3-6-3 twin killing. Nicely played, Cooper McMurray. I wondered if he would step on the bag because he was a slide step away from it. Instead, he went ahead and played it conventionally.
I think he knew that because of this turf, this is not a fast track. He was going to have time to be able to make that throw and then get back to the bag and make it easier.
First pitch to Zaborowski's in there for a strike, 0-1. Zaborowski, Ryland Zaborowski. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
91.
Ooh, a little
now,
extra.
That's more of the velocity that we thought we would see from Cade Fisher.
Yeah.
It's been 88, 89. If he can get back to that level, that changes everything for him.
0-2, off speed and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he got ahead of Zaborowski with the fastball. He's hitting .455, 14 and 48. The pitch way outside, 2-2.
93. Now, again, you start to, hey, maybe get a little warmer, start to loosen up a little bit, and man, it changes a little bit of what Cade Fisher brings to the table if he has that kind of velocity.
Delivery.
Really good pitch.
Just missed the outside corner with a backdoor slider.
Yep, softball. We got a softball plate right now.
Man, at times it feels like a golf ball size strike zone.
There's not a corner on either side at the moment, and that makes it really difficult when you have guys that can swing the bat like Georgia does.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Off the net, back onto the field, and we'll do it again. Zaborowski last night walked twice, struck out twice. Fisher, ready. Cade delivers.
Good pitch.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. I had to wait. Kellen Levy waited.
He waited too.
It was a slow delivery on the strike 3 call, but he got him, and Cade Fisher gets Zaborowski looking to put a lid on the first inning. A leadoff walk and then a double play. That double play shifted the feeling a little bit.
Everything about it.
In that inning, so nothing doing for Georgia in the first. No score through an inning here at Foley Field in Athens, inning number 1 of 18 today. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasty all. Oh no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brands pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big War Eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
No scores. We go to the second inning. McMurray, Fabian, and Freilich. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Tigers against Brian Curley. Last night in SEC play, let's update the finals for you. Ole Miss split a doubleheader with Florida. Rebels came back to win the first game 10-9. Florida held on to win the second game 11-8. So Florida got its first win in SEC play. Gators 1-8. Alabama beat Oklahoma 8-6. Texas A&M came from behind to beat Kentucky 9-7. It was Texas 15, Missouri 4, Tennessee 11, South Carolina 7. LSU doubled up Mississippi State 2-1, and Arkansas blanked Vanderbilt 9-0. Wind in the pitch. Second inning is underway with ball 1 low, a fastball. Maybe the the cutter.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
At 88, Cooper McMurray. 343 hitter.
I think that cutter's why he's so good to lefties, because I think it ends up on the hands and he gets a lot of ground balls and rollovers because of that.
1-0 from Curley. That's right through there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
And 96. I mean, it's
from a 5'10",
short, compact, but it is powerful.
Cooper struggled just flatly in last night's game. Struck out 4 times. Looking to get it going at the plate. Had a good BP session today. Checked his swing. They appealed to third. Richard Riley says he did not go. Pretty good pitch anyway, but it's 2-1 to Auburn's first baseman.
Yeah, and for a guy that was a closer, if you're Auburn, work counts. See how quickly you can get him out of here and get to the bullpen.
Cooper still 343 average, 7 homers, 25 RBIs. Pitch, swing, and a drive towards center. That is going to get down in front of Obi. A base hit for Cooper McMurray. And a nice start to the second inning, a leadoff single for Coop. Good swing, straightaway center. That ball bounces in center field. And I talked to a couple of the Auburn players about it today.
That's 8 feet high.
It's a high bounce on a base hit to center.
Well, we saw the ground ball yesterday over the top of the mound that the shortstop caught chest high. I mean,
and Obi in center had to jump to make
correct.
the catch.
You're going, I mean, there's some of these that, depending on how it is, you got to be really careful. Here's the thing. Let's see early if Auburn tries to put a little pressure on. Maybe try to push a bunt past the pitcher to the right side. Do something to try to get things moving.
Fabian shows bunt, takes a strike at the belt, 0-1.
Yeah, I think try to make them move around a little bit. Slade Alford's a big guy at third. I wouldn't call him a Gold Glove guy. He can make plays, and then you got a lot of room on the right side.
He just backed up, even with the bag at third. Did Alford. Fabian with 1 strike, not bunting here. He takes a second strike. Same pitch, same spot, same result, nothing in 2.
And even though this is turf, this is a really slow infield.
Yeah.
Bunt the ball on this stuff, and it's going to die. We saw some yesterday in kind of BP.
Even against a hard-throwing righty here, Jason, a backside single.
Oh, this would be perfect. Yeah, your ground ball through the right side right here would be just what the doctor ordered.
0-2, bounced up there, a ball and 2 strikes. And I think that's where, especially with 2 strikes, that's where you have to look.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're Fabian at the plate, you got to look backside.
Yeah, and here's the thing. He might, because he's such a velocity guy, he might try to come inside here to try to force you to pull the ball. But if you're Derek, hey, look away, and try to inside out something.
1-2. Called strike 3 down the middle. 97 fastball. Second strikeout of the game for Curley. 1 away in the second. Here's Chase Fraley. Fralick last night 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts, ground out and a fly out. See if he could pull something through the right side. First pitch from Curley. Off speed and in there for strike 1. He is getting ahead in the count.
Yeah, and he's doing it a little bit too the same way. It's first pitch cutter. That was 87, so that had more of a breaking ball feel, maybe hard slider feel, because it had a little bit downward break on that one.
0-1. Off speed and looped foul back out of play. Same pitch. And Steele finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Leadoff single for McMurray. He's there now with 1 out. Addison Klepsch waits on deck. Curley from the middle of the rubber. McMurray gets a short lead at first. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. Shortstop goes to the bag himself, throws on to first and for the out. And let's make sure that McMurray is okay. There was a collision at second base. The shortstop, Branch, got up and showboated after he made the throw on to first. We'll make sure McMurray is okay. Anthony Sanderson, Udai, they're both athletic trainers are out to look at Cooper McMurray, who is doubled over just to the right of second base. Fralick grounds into a 6-3 double play, and the inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the second inning, still no score here in Athens, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the Orthopedic Clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the second inning, Cooper McMurray is not on the field. Bub Terrell is. We believe that the umpires, I believe, Jason, it was Seth Buckminster at first who came over after discussing with Damian Beal, a veteran SEC umpire. They talked to the Auburn coaches, and they want to test Cooper McMurray and put him in concussion protocol here. That's my assumption. I don't want to speculate, but that's what we believe is happening, given the body language and some of the responses from Butch Thompson. Bub Terrell is in the game at first base currently, and if they go and test McMurray, he is allowed to come back into the game.
Yeah, it's very different because football obviously is different because you can replace guys. Baseball, normally you can't, but yes, he would be allowed to come back in. I don't know if there's a time limit. Yeah, I don't know if there's a time limit for it. I wouldn't assume there is.
I wouldn't think so.
I think if he checks out okay, he would be able to come back in the game.
I would think that it's however long it takes to go through.
Correct.
And it's either green flag or red flag.
Yeah, that's it.
So, all right, bottom of the second, middle third of the order, Slade Alford gets things started. He takes a ball
somewhere.
1 ball, no strikes. Throw the ball in a shot glass to get a strike today. There's a big swing and a miss on a fastball that was up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alford batting .312, 7 homers. He's driven in 34. Again, and McMurray into that concussion testing because of a collision at second base on the ground ball to end the inning. 1-1 to Alford. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, and that's hit in the air to right field. Irish back, slows down, looks up, makes the catch a couple of steps shy of the warning track. Alford tried to go the other way with it.
And as long as you're between the 370s, which is the power alleys, going the other way is going to be really tough to get it out of here. But now once you start to get down the lines, especially right field, you're going to be able to get the ball out of here the opposite way if you go that way. But those power alleys to the middle of the field going the other way are going to be difficult.
To remind you, it's listed at 314 down the right field line. First pitch slider away to Christian Adams, 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's coming in quickly towards the bullpen. So it's probably where the scoreboard is in right center is probably only 330.
Pitch. Same spot, same result, 2-0. 314 down the line in right, 350 down the line in left, 370 into the alleys. 2-0 to Adams. Right through there for a strike. It's 2-1 to the Georgia first baseman. He was at second yesterday, first base today. He's batting right at 300 for the year. 3 homers and 11 RBIs. The pitch. Off speed low, 3-1. Fisher walked the first batter last inning. He was erased on a double play. The stretch and the pitch. Inside. Ball 4. A 1-out walk to Adams. And Nolan McCarthy is the hitter. Cooper McMurray is back in the dugout for Auburn.
This got a pat from Anthony Sanderson, and it looks like he's sitting down now. I don't know that he would come back between innings, but it doesn't look like he's getting geared up to come back in the game.
Well,
you never know.
Yeah, I'm not sure the rules exactly on when. Pitch. Little bit high to McCarthy, 1 ball, no strikes. I would imagine you got to wait. Like you couldn't just come back in the middle of a.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it would work. Yeah, maybe not. I know the only other team I've seen it was when a guy came out of the game and then he was the first guy up the next inning and he was back up at the plate.
Pitch. Popped up on the infield. Long run right side for Klepsch. Freshman is under it, and he makes the catch. They were playing the right-handed hitter to pull, so Klepsch had to go a really long way from near the bag all the way to more the right side of the infield, and he was the only one around it. He made the play.
And that's where the inexperience here shows up a little bit because Bub has to be cognizant of where he's playing because Bub didn't move at first.
Nope.
And if there's a pop-up hit behind the bag at first, Bub's going to have to get it because Klepsch is 100 feet away or more.
Here's Daniel Jackson with the man on first and 2 outs. First pitch to Jackson is through there for a strike. 0-1. Jackson, the right fielder, 283 average. He homered last night, the second of their 2-run blasts. His came in the 4th inning. The pitch. Missed down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn kept Georgia off the scoreboard for the final 4 at-bats for the Bulldogs in last night's game. They didn't score after the 4th inning. 1-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. Big home run cut. Came up empty at a high fastball. 1-2. Cade Fisher.
Just try to put up zeros.
Yeah.
That's the job. You don't have to be overpowering. Just try to get to the dugout with another 0. That's the goal.
Jackson wide stance, right-handed batter. 1-2 pitch from Fisher. Line down the left field line. That's foul. He pulled it. You know, we saw a lot of pitches under 80 miles an hour from Samuel Dutton. There was some analytics that showed vertical break and slower pitches gave this Bulldog team some trouble. We haven't seen as many of those from Cade today, but what he's done has worked so far.
Yeah.
Still very early.
Yeah, he's not as much vertical break. His is more, east-west break.
Yep.
And try to get movement.
Tapped foul at the plate.
Like that pitch. I think that's a change at 83, and he just barely got a piece of it. That's a really good pitch, though, because the fastball's been able to work so far.
You elevate the fastball again here, 1-2. See if you get another swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think you got to get it up, but I think chest high above the belt right here, and see if you can get a swing.
Adams gets his lead at first. The 1-2 pitch to Jackson. Fly down the right field line, slicing foul, and that is over the bleacher seats, but foul.
And that's
got out of here.
I mean, it was
easily.
The ball was well hit, but
yeah.
it wasn't hit like that. And that shows you how, if you hit one at the foul pole in right field, it's not going to take a whole lot.
No. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Off speed, he couldn't stop his swing. He went around, ring him up on a slider. Beautiful pitch by Cade Fisher, and he records his 2nd strikeout of the game. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left through 2. No score between the Tigers and Bulldogs. The 2nd inning was brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains. It runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently, all at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. No score through 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the
I'm not a coffee
electricity
drinker,
you
but apparently
depend on.
am a hot chocolate
We give 100%
and coffee
to achieve
together.
99.9%
I did the mocha, but I haven't done that. Is that good?
Learn how we power
I did 2
Alabama
separate
at
drinks. A
alabamapower.com/rely.
straight hot chocolate and then a vanilla cappuccino.
Alabama
Oh,
Power
vanilla
is a proud
cappuccino.
2
supporter of the
small, like
Auburn
a
Tigers.
But put them in one.
put them in one.
But okay, let me try that.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Klepsch, Carter, and Ballou, the first 3 due up. 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Auburn. Scoreless game as we go to the 3rd. No, on their coffee maker, you have an 8-ounce, a 10-ounce, and a 12-ounce setting. So I just do 2 8-ounce settings.
Yeah, people would have loved our talk to people that don't drink coffee, trying to figure out how to make coffee drinkable. That's what we're doing right now, because it's early and it's going to be long.
Yeah. But I'll say this, after a couple of those, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Kind of get it. All right, here is Addison Klepsch. He's 1 for 6 for the season. Talented freshman, and Auburn believes in this guy in the short-term and long-term future of the program. And he just hasn't had as many opportunities today. Game 1 of the doubleheader, and he takes a big cut at the first pitch. Quick bat, and he fouls it back. 0-1.
Yeah, guy that had a really good, struggled early on, finished the fall really well, had a good preseason. He was an opening day starter, and then Rim came on really one that has moved everything around with the way he's played. But Klepsch is a guy they really like.
Off speed and in there for a strike. He checked his swing, but he couldn't stop it all the way. Big wide stance crouching stance now with 2 strikes for a clip.
Yep. Can you just protect and again, this is where you poke one somewhere. Try to find a hole somewhere.
Curry misses down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Auburn with a hit, walk off the Georgia closer to starter. He's ready, shoulder square to the plate, 2-pitch. Ground ball, right side to his left. Second baseman Burnett is there, gobbles it up and throws on for the out. There's the first out in the 3rd inning. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ground balls, 5 outs off of ground balls so far.
And here's the thing about it. We just talked about it. That ball was hit fairly well. They've hit the ball fairly, but you're going to have to, it almost has to be a line drive 1 hopper to get through this infield.
Yep.
Because if it's on the ground a few feet above the in front of the plate, it's not going to get through. It's too slow.
Turf's knocking it down. Bristol Carter, 218 hitter, a homer, 6 RBIs, good speed, good bunter. Pitch, swing, and a foul back, nothing in 1. Curley consistent. I mean, it's 0-1 most of the time, and a lot of the time 0-2.
Yeah, and Auburn has guessed right on fastball first pitch right there, but hadn't been able to put it in play. And Bristol's a guy that I still think has some really good offense coming. I think he's a guy that puts good swings on the ball. Can he find a few holes? But he can really run, get him on base as a 9. It could be big.
0-1, topped foul off to the left to the Georgia dugout, and it's nothing in 2.
And I think he's a guy that fits the bottom half. He's probably a little bit too much of a free swinger.
Yeah.
Snow kind of thinks, I think Ballew's a much better option right now at the top of the order. Bristol's a guy that is pretty aggressive, but got to put it in play right here. He has the speed if he can get one in on this infield because it's so slow, can beat one out.
Outfield is straight away, so's the infield. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Carter. Off speed, and that is flied to left field. Pretty well hit. Back goes McCarthy to the warning track. It's gone! Bristol Carter hits his 2nd home run of the season on an 0-2 pitch. He takes Curley deep, and Auburn is on the board. Tigers lead 1-0.
Got some power in that frame.
Yeah.
He saw it. I mean, again, staying back, got a breaking ball and didn't miss it. And that ball carried out of here. Big time swing there from Bristol Carter. And again, I think he's a guy that's got some offense in him. Mm-hmm. That was a taste, though. If he can get going, man, it'd be big for this team because, again, he gives you another really plus outfielder in terms of defense.
All right, back to the top of the order, and Cade Ballou. Ballou deep in the batter's box. He walked in the 1st inning. He bats with 1 out and nobody on in the 2nd or 3rd, and takes a strike that was low earlier.
Which
now it's nothing in 1.
Has not been a strike until that very moment.
0-1 to Auburn's center fielder. Fell behind in the count in the 1st inning, but worked his 3rd walk of the series. 0-1. Swing and a little tapper foul off the plate. They call that a fair ball. Ballou said he fouled it off of his foot. They played it. It bounced out to the mound. Curley threw it on to 1st, and they called him out.
Well, balls don't bounce like that unless they hit your body part. Butch said he wanted to review it, I think.
Yeah, here comes Butch Thompson, I think. Yeah. Well, he's going to talk to Ballou first, maybe, or are they going to... Are they not going to review this at all? I guess not. Yeah, now. All right, Butch Thompson does come out.
They said from early reviews next door they don't think it hit his foot, but we'll see. I think it is Butch just asking.
Ballou, look, Ballou hustles. Ballou.
Yeah, he didn't even move.
Never moved.
No.
And pointed down to his foot. Cade seemed pretty convinced that it hit his foot.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't move from the plate. Yeah, they're going to review this, I think.
I don't know that it hit his foot, but it might have hit his calf on the way up.
No, they're not going to review it. So whatever Kellen Levy told Butch Thompson.
I think it hit his pant leg. I really do.
Yeah.
Going back on it, I think it grazed his pant leg a little bit, and he felt that. But, again, is it worth it right now at this point in the game?
3rd inning. All right, so 2 outs, nobody on, and Eric Snow, the batter, first pitch to him downstairs, 1-0. It's just odd to see. I mean, Cade never moved.
Correct.
He stood in the box while they threw him out at first.
Yes.
All right, 1-0 Auburn. Top of the third inning. Snow stands back in. The 1-0 pitch to him. Yeah, it's driven down the left field line. Boy, he hit that a mile, but he was just a little bit early.
Yeah.
Wow. Snow, now a ball and a strike. He struck out in the first against Curley. Batting practice today, Eric constantly encouraging the other guys that were hitting. 1-1. Off speed. That's lined into center field. Nope, it'll hang up there. Obi over to make the catch.
Much better swings that inning from Auburn, though. A couple of really hard hit balls.
So, Auburn gets a run on the board. Bristol Carter's second home run of the season. The only hit of the inning. No errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the third here in Athens. Auburn 1, Georgia 0. The third inning is brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get comprehensive coverage of every Auburn basketball game right here on the Auburn Sports Network on the Regions Bank postgame show. Analysis, scores, stats, plus an exclusive interview with head coach Bruce Pearl. Regions Bank is proud to be the official bank of the SEC. Don't go anywhere after the final buzzer. Stay tuned for the Regions Bank postgame show only on the Auburn Sports Network.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals.
Oh, it's great.
If we had a monitor in our booth,
this would be as good as it gets because you got right here, you can see, yes.
And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Obby blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
Auburn 1, Georgia 0, bottom of the third. Hunter, Branch, and Obi, 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up against Cade Fisher. Auburn men's basketball is on to the Elite Eight to take on Michigan State. They took care of Big Brother last night. They'll try to take care of Little Brother tomorrow in the Michigan State rivalry. That is a broadcast that'll start at 3:30 Central Time on our Auburn Sports Network affiliate stations. 3:30 Central, first pitch. Tip-off at 4:05 Central. And it's the only game in Atlanta, so it should tip off at 3:05.
That'd be great.
Or 4:05, I'm sorry, 4:05 Central. Trying to do time zone math here. All right, here is Henry Hunter, 279 hitter, 6 homers, 16 driven in. Sun pops out from behind the clouds for a moment. Hunter pop fouls it back out of play. 0-1. Fisher in 2 innings, now 33 pitches. He's given up 2 walks. He's gotten a double play. The delivery, off speed and inside. By the way, 1-1 the count to Hunter. Cooper McMurray did re-enter the game, so he is back in there at first base for the Tigers. 1-1. Off speed, missed a little high, maybe a little out, and it's 2-1. Now the sun really comes out, shining bright. Brightest it's been today. Pitch, fastball away. 3-1. A leadoff walk in the first, a 1-out walk in the second.
Yeah, you don't want to have too many of those against this Georgia team.
Nope.
And especially after scoring a run.
Fisher's kind of battled that throughout this year. 3-1, right through there at the knees for strike 2.
It looked kind of like the 2 ball. Now, take advantage of it. Make a quality pitch here, put out one on the board.
Yeah. Georgia has played from behind a few. They haven't just slugged their way. First, the 3-2 nearly hit him up and in, so it's a leadoff walk to the catcher. Hunter is aboard to start things in the third, and Colby Branch is the batter. They provide some comeback stats in their notes. 11 times this year Georgia's fallen behind in the first inning, and they came back to win 9 of those 11 games. Here it's Auburn with a run in the third. The point of that is teams have been able to get out to a lead on Georgia. They're so tough offensively because they just keep scoring. So really important to put a 0 up here.
The flip side of that is, what do you say it was, 9-2?
Yeah.
The flip side of that is that when teams haven't done that, Georgia's 17-0.
It's a good point.
So the only 2 games they've lost were those.
When they fell behind, Pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. That was change up at 79. And Branch swung and missed. Yeah, it's a good point. They only have 2 losses this year. So 100% of their losses are when the other team scored first.
When that happened.
Yeah. Pitch from Fisher. Fouled back out of play. 0-2. Cade in front of the Georgia shortstop, number 9 hitter. Branch 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a pop out. Big hole on the right side. They play him to pull. 0-2. Off speed. Popped up. Back behind the plate. Steele gives it a look, but he will have no play. The overhang behind the plate taking a beating early on today. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Auburn leads 1-0. It's game 1 of 2. Second game will start at 3 o'clock Central Time. In between games, we will have programming down the line on the network. So, first the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Backdoor breaking ball, caught Branch looking. Third strikeout for Fisher. Good pitch. So your local affiliate may take it back and resume regular programming in between games, or they may stick right here where we will replay the second half of last night's men's basketball game against Michigan. Our In the Booth stream on YouTube, we'll have to stop it. We're not allowed to replay that on a stream. But for your local affiliates, you may have it. Here's the pitch. Fastball missed in to Devin Obie, 1 ball, no strikes. Obie walked, was erased on a double play in the first inning. Bats here with a man on first and 1 out in the third. Fisher comes set and deals. There's a boy, that should have been a strike on the inside corner, but it's not. 2-0.
You just don't know, because here's the thing. He's so delayed in his call, you're not really sure even when it's a strike because it's been such a small zone.
The 2-0 offering. Swing and a miss at a changeup.
Great pitch.
2-1. He's thrown a couple of real beauties this inning. That changed this inning.
That again, because you're able to throw the fastball, it makes that pitch such a good one. And that's when he's on, that's his pitch, especially against right-handers.
Good lead over at first for Hunter. He doesn't have a stolen base attempt in the pitch. A little bit out to Obie, 3-1. That is the 4th 3-ball count. 2 of the other 3 walked. The other one struck out.
And that's what you don't want to live that way against this Georgia team, because you don't want them to be able to sit and tee. I think you probably come back, change up again.
3-1. Swing and a drive down the left field line. It is foul. Well struck line drive into the corner, but foul.
Yeah, on the fastball there.
Yeah, the count's full. So Obie, a full count walk in the first inning. He's worked it full here in the third. He's seen a lot of pitches from Fisher today. Got a few guys out of the fraternity house up there.
They're waking up, moving around.
Maybe a dozen or so as we approach 12 o'clock. The stretch by Fisher, the payoff pitch to Obie. Swing and a miss. He got him with the changeup, an elevated change.
That's the pitch. If he can locate that pitch, he can have some success today. Now, obviously lefties, you need more of the breaking ball, and he hasn't really had a feel for it yet. But, man, if fastball, change, and if he can start to find the breaking ball, then this is a guy that you start to go, hey, can you get us, Butch Thompson said, can you get us 5 or 6?
Yeah.
And you do that, and then you set yourselves up to give your offense a chance to kind of add to this lead.
Robbie Burnett grounded into a 3-6-3 double play in the first inning. First pitch to him here, way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. A leadoff walk to Hunter. He's still at first with 2 outs. Auburn leads 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Stretched by Fisher. And the pitch. Missed outside again, same spot, 2-0. It was a 2-0 pitch on which Burnett rolled out in the first inning.
It was, and it was really pulled. I'm still a little surprised that Klepsch is so far in the middle, because that's a massive hole on the right side for a guy that hit a ground ball to the first baseman last time.
2-0. Missed inside. 3 balls, no strikes. A walk would bring Zaborowski to the plate with 2 on.
Yeah, and again, the lefties have maybe a little bit more control issues with the lefties for him from that arm side, and you need to make some quality pitches right here.
Fisher comes set, 3-0. Outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Burnett.
And that's the one thing. The free bases will kill you, because we've seen it. One swing with a couple of free bases, and you look up and it's a 3-run game instead of a solo shot, and that's where you have to avoid those situations.
And that's what Georgia has done so well. That has been their offensive identity this year. Now Everett Tiefert is out, and he's going to jog out there and talk to Fisher and the rest of the infield. First game of a doubleheader. Second game coming up at 3. We're talking more about the logistics of how that works. I mean, this game has started at an okay pace, but if it were to, say, go abnormally long, that second game time is set in stone at 3 o'clock.
It is.
If this one flies by, it will not start earlier. And if it creeps along and goes to the 4-hour mark, they can't start a new inning past 2 o'clock Central.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's just the logistics. Here's Zaborowski. First pitch to him is low, and now Andreas Alvarez quickly is headed down to the Auburn bullpen. 2 2/3 innings for Fisher to this point. 37. Well, first the pitch. Ground ball, too short, should be it. Fabian charges, fields, throws low, but nabbed over there by McMurray, and a nice job by Fisher to pitch around a couple of walks in the inning. He gets Zaborowski to ground out for out number 3. Big Zaborowski's 0 for 2 today. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 stranded for Georgia in the third. We've played 3 at Foley Field. The score, Auburn 1, Georgia 0. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Back to Athens for more Auburn baseball against Georgia.
Auburn leads Georgia 1-0 as we go to the 4th inning. Irish, Steele, and McMurray. 3 left-handed bats to start the inning for Auburn. Tigers lead. A run on 2 hits. 38 pitches for the starter, Curley. And as you mentioned, Auburn had some pretty good swings against him last inning. We'll see if they keep swinging it better the second time through against a guy who's kind of getting used to pitching deeper into games and this starter's role.
Yeah, good swings the last inning, a couple of really hard hit balls. Now you start with Ike Iverson, see if Ike can find a gap again. But it'd be great to get a leadoff runner on and get one to get him in the stretch and get a couple of big at bats behind him to see if they can get something to put a good swing on here.
It's interesting. Curley has been ahead of most hitters. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That's the most vertical break on a ball we've seen from Curley.
That is definitely more of a breaking ball and not the cutter.
Irish grounded out to first his first time. A hard hit ground ball that Adams knocked down and then threw to the pitcher covering. So well struck the first time, 0-1. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Irish with a double in the 9th inning in last night's game to left center. Little bit of breeze starting to kick up toward right field. Moving that big flag just a little. Pitch clock at 7. Curley delivers. Off speed, cut on and missed. 81 on the breaking ball. And it's as if they had a conversation with Curley. Hey, these guys had some pretty good swings on you. Might want to start going with the breaking stuff.
Off speed a little bit. See, and with those 2 pitches, I'd be now. You always want to keep guessing. It's either fastball in, and you might try to do that right here to get in.
1-2. Fastball bounced up there, and it bounced
right in the face.
Yeah, it bounced 8 feet in front of the plate, and then kicked up and caught Hunter right in the face mask.
Yeah, it was at least 8 feet.
Yeah.
And
it's like they're playing cricket.
Yeah, a little bit more on that one. So 2-2 again for Ike. This battle, he's done a good job. Last night, that was a heck of an at-bat to slice that ball into the left center for a double.
Right-hander Curley goes to work, 2-2. Check swing, it was low. He went around, says Richard Riley at third base. Ike didn't think so and says something about it before turning and heading to the dugout. Out number 1 in the 4th.
Yeah, heavy dose of breaking stuff there. The second time around for these guys.
3rd strikeout for Curley. Here is Lucas Steele. Grounded to second his first time. Second baseman Burnett is in shallow right field as Big Lucas steps in. The pitch, swing, and a foul back. Fastball up and in, and he fouled it back to the net. 0-1. Steele waves a bat over the plate. Now Reddy's it in front of him. Curley's 0-1. Off speed, fouled back. 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's one fastball just for show, basically, this inning, and it has been a bunch of off-speed stuff to these lefties.
So Cooper McMurray in the on-deck circle has to take note of that and be ready for the breaking ball. He waits on deck. Steele, an 0-2 count to him. Here's the delivery. Fastball, fouled away, left side. 96 on the fastball. Steele was able to get enough to fight it off.
Yeah,
another pitch.
If you're Steele, and for Auburn's hitters, that has to be a confidence because you got to be thinking you're sitting there looking for breaking stuff.
Yeah.
And you still were able to fight off that 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and so I think that shows you'll be able to catch up to it enough to put it out of play, all the while knowing that the breaking stuff's coming.
1 ball or no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Off speed, missed the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Tried to get a backdoor breaking ball.
Good pitch, too. That's a great 0-2 pitch.
Sure is.
Right there, and it makes you think a little bit.
Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Auburn leads 1-0. Curley with a big deep breath. Into the wind, his 1-2 offering. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 4th inning for Curley. 4 punch-outs in the game. And here's Cooper McMurray with 2 outs.
Yeah, came inside, right? Again, that's a couple pretty good pitches there.
Yeah, working that breaking ball in this inning has done wonders for Curley. It's looked like he's given him a second wind after the home run ball by Carter last inning. 4 in a row retired since then, and here's Cooper McMurray. He singled back up the middle his first time. Pitch to Coop. Off speed and low, but called a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, that looked really down. We're talking about a guy that's 6'3", 6'4", and Cooper McMurray. Heard a lot of down.
Hunter brought it up, but he got the strike call.
Coop just continued to sit on that. He may come inside with a fastball here, though, to try to keep him off balance.
0-1 breaking ball or off-speed pitch for a strike.
They've been pretty steady diet, especially to Coop, of off-speed, of breaking balls.
0-2. Curley trying to make it through 4. Smattering of applause behind him. The 0-2 pitch. Bounced up there, 1-2. 2 games today for the Tigers, and then they're back at home. UAB Tuesday at 6, and then Alabama is in town next weekend. McMurray ready to fight it off. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Curley ready. He fires. Check swing.
No.
He didn't go. Pitch was low. McMurray held up. Third base umpire confirms. And it's 2-2. Coop standing back in there. He had really good BP rounds today.
Good at bat the first time and just found a spot out there in shallow center field. Do the same thing here.
Love to see him get it going. Here's the 2-2. Line drive, right field, base hit. He's 2 for 2. Cooper McMurray turned on a 2-2 fastball at 96 miles an hour. 96, and he still turned on it, yanked it into right field. 2
Really
out
good
single.
at bat, really good swing. Fabian, get Fabian going too.
Yeah.
He had a really good start to this season, has struggled since SEC play started. But this is a guy that has some power, has some pop, and get that long swing going here and get something out and up.
First pitch to Fabian. Fastball missed low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Fabian struck out looking in the second. He's dipped below 300 for the first time, well, this season. He started out so red hot. He's at 299. Let's get it back up there, Derek. Big hole on the right side. 1-0 pitch to him. Upstairs, 2-0.
Again, you're closing in on 60 pitches now for a guy that's been a closer. Just kind of got moved back and still got some velocity, but can you start to miss the zone a little bit for Auburn? Make sure of these swings here, especially with Freilich on deck.
2-0 delivery from Curley to Fabian on the way. Swing and a miss. Took a crack at a high fastball at 93. And now it's 2-1. Fabian singled and walked in last night's game. He was 1 for 3. Singled in his first at bat, walked in his last. 2-1 pitch. Fastball sliced up the first baseline, foul.
Took a good shot there.
So he'll come back and now needs a good 2-strike at bat. McMurray at first after his 2-out single. He has 2 of Auburn's 3 hits today. The other hit is Bristol Carter's solo homer. And the 2-2 to Fabian. Breaking ball missed high, count is full. That didn't have quite the break on it.
It did not. Last time, his fastball away, caught looking.
Yeah.
Sure, Fabian again. Cooper's going to be moving. Just hit it where it's pitched right here and see if you can get, first and third.
Payoff pitch. There goes McMurray. Pitch is
outside.
Oh, it's called strike 3. First time today that pitch has been a strike. Fabian not happy about it. He is out on strikes for the second time in this game, and Curley strikes out the side. Well, a 2-out single for McMurray. No runs, no errors, 1 left. That pitch was the most egregious.
Close. Yeah, I watched the replay, and the catcher pulled that ball back 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah. So that'll do it for Auburn in the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 1-0. Tigers on top, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
He was the SEC Player of the Year. Sonny DeShare now joins us.
That 2021 year, so many close games. If they win half of them, it's a different story. They're probably hosting a regional if they win half of those. And a lot of guys who were just kind of beat up and tired of what had happened. And so it was really good going into a locker room of guys who know what success is because a bunch of them were on that 2019 Omaha team. They just know how to win. And so it was good to really get in there and work with them. Like the Brody Moores and the Kason Howells and the Carson Skippers, those guys that had been there and been to Omaha and who were really mad about that 2021 year. it was good to kind of all of us get on the same page because it didn't take long. We were all on the same page by week 2 or 3 of the fall. And from there, that's really where it grew out.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
All right, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Auburn leads 1-0. Tiger dugout awfully frustrated by that 3rd strike call on Derek Fabian. That's a strikeout when it could have been 2 runners on with Chase Freilich coming to the plate and 2 outs in the inning and a pitch that hasn't been close. And it's not to complain about the pitch, but it's to say that
consistency.
Carl Nonemaker came over and was talking to the umpires. He then went and relayed something to Gabe Gross and Butch Thompson. A lot of head shaking. You pointed this out in the break. You rarely see that from really any of the Auburn coaches, but you never see Carl Nonemaker go talk to an umpire during a game. Middle third of the order for Georgia due up here in the 4th inning. First pitch from Fisher is low into the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah. Andres Alvarez is kind of throwing the heavy ball right now and kind of getting his arm warm and loose. But Fisher, we've seen early on, he's gotten out of it, but early on control issues coming out of this.
Pitch number 56, he's wild again with it. It's 2-0.
Neither one of those pitches was within 4 feet of the plate right now, and so.
It's that changeup too. It's 70 or that breaking ball. He is not. I think he's thrown it 3 times, and he hadn't been close either time.
Yeah, now just don't groove a fastball. Make a quality pitch here.
Alford flied to right his first time, and he sends one through the left side here. A 2-0 pitch, a fastball, and Alford turned on it and singled, and that is Georgia's first hit of the ball game as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Christian Adams is the batter. He walked in the 2nd inning, was left stranded at first. Alvarez starting to quicken the pace. First pitch way outside, 1-0.
Yeah, we talked to Butch, a few weeks ago, and he talked about Fisher into the pitch starting to throw around his body.
Yep.
What was the word? I can't remember the exact
Rotate.
word. Rotate. You look at it again, and now it's all missing left and right.
1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. Alford at first. 1 stolen base this year.
Just a big hole on the right side now.
Yeah. Pitch. Must have been a little high, and it's 2-1. 2-1 to the Georgia first baseman. Stretched by Fisher in the delivery. Outside and low, it's 3-1.
And again, you keep taking chances by giving them a couple of free passes in innings, and it's going to come back to bite you.
Yep, Georgia's been good at this. They're patient. They draw walks, and Fisher 3-1. Swing and a foul tip.
And the velocity we saw, those 91, 93 for 1 inning, was back to 88 last inning. The fastball he gave up the hit on was 85. That was 84.
Yep.
And so it has dropped significantly here in this last inning.
Just a bit, yeah, the gas light could be on. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Walked him. Missed low. A single and a walk to start the inning. And Georgia is threatening in the 4th. And the batter is Nolan McCarthy, who popped out to the second baseman his first time. Fabian and Steele go to the mound to talk to their junior left-hander.
I would think that we're going to see Andres Alvarez with a righty here and a righty on deck.
We'll see if that move was just to buy some time. I don't see Everett Teaford.
He is beside Carl. He's got his. He's still got his book out.
Yeah,
he is not making a move at this point. I'm a little surprised at this one.
Tigers lead 1-0, but Georgia threatening. 2 on, nobody out here in the 4th. Could use a ground ball. Pitch He shows bunt, and he bunts it, and it's a good one. Nobody's covering first. Did he foul it off?
I think it
did.
Hit him in the box.
All right, hit him in the box, and that's a break for Auburn because Klepsch was not covering first base as McMurray came in to field.
And again, that's the other part of this one too. Because of that, you got to make sure that, and I think, again, we got another
whole staff meeting for Georgia.
Timeout.
Timeout called by Georgia. They're going to get 4 coaches in. They'll talk to all their base runners, batter, on-deck guy, cleanup guy, everybody.
And if you're Auburn, hey, take advantage of this. Bring all your guys in too.
Butch Thompson out of the dugout briefly. Now, if they're going to take, I wonder if they take the bunt off. Jet Johnston's looking down toward the dugout or toward the bullpen. If they take the bunt off, I wonder if maybe they were thinking of leaving Fisher in for a bunt attempt. But if they're taking the bunt off, if they'd be closer to making a move. I don't know. Let's see. McMurray now in at second. Here's the bunt. Left side. Fielded by Snow. Throws to first. Sacrifice bunt. 5-4 on the put out. For the first out of the inning, McCarthy does his job. Gets 2 runners in scoring position. Alford to third, Adams to second, and Daniel Jackson is the hitter. And Everett Tiefert has put his book down and picked it back up. Jackson struck out against Fisher in the second inning. And Fisher's going to get a chance to face him again here.
You got to be able to locate the changeup. That's your one thing right here.
The pitch. Missed outside, 1-0.
And he hasn't had a feel for that pitch this inning. And I'm surprised with Alvarez ready that he's not in the game here against the right-hander because there's a lefty on deck.
Yeah, showing a lot of faith here in Fisher. Gets a strike at the knees. It's 1-1.
This is one of those moments. Butch Thompson talked about it before last week.
Yeah.
Look, trying to give him some rope to get him eventually to where he can get through these moments because you're going to need this later in the year.
1-1. Missed outside, 2-1. Yeah, it's a big spot. It's a big spot in the moment. It is still just the 4th inning.
Correct.
So you got a long way to go in this game, but Auburn holding on to a 1-0 lead. 2 in scoring position, 1 out for Georgia. 2-1 pitch. That's way outside. It's 3-1. And 5 walks. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 walks in the game for Fisher. Only 1 hit allowed, but 5 walks. And now the 3-1. Not close.
And 6. I thought, what a hit batter.
Yeah, that one hit him. It would have been ball.
I think it's fortunate for Auburn because that ball bounced off of him clearly to the dugout almost.
And that will very likely be the end of the day for Fisher here, I would think. The bases are loaded with 1 out, and Henry Hunter
and it's
the catcher.
And it's a lefty.
Just 1 hit allowed, but 6 walks. And because of that, 5 walks and a hit batter, I beg your pardon. And this lead is tenuous.
Yeah, just leaving him in for the lefty, but he hasn't had a feel right now from either side.
A single, a walk, a sacrifice bunt, and a hit batter in the inning. Hunter walked last inning. First pitch to him, guided in there for a strike, 0-1.
I think here, one thing to watch, he's got to be really careful to pause. I thought that was really quick. He's got to be able to pause. And
he comes set and he deals. Missed outside, a ball and a strike. 1-0 Auburn, bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded for Georgia, 1 out. Love a ground ball here if he could get it.
Nice ground ball strikeout.
1-1 pitch. Outside and low, 2-1.
Again, the attacking Fisher that we saw the last couple innings has not been there this inning.
He comes set. He deals. Way outside and all the way to the backstop, but it kicks back. Runners don't advance, but now it's 3-1 to Hunter. And Fisher just hasn't been close this inning.
And we've seen this coming. Really surprised that he's still in the game. Thought they had an opportunity with the back-to-back right-handers there, and Alvarez looked like he was ready to go. That might be the spot.
3 balls and a strike. 1 out, bases loaded. The pitch from Fisher. Swing and a fly ball. Left field. Runner will try to tag. Carter makes the catch near the line. Here comes the throw home. It is in time. Runner's out! That's the end of the inning. Hunter flies out to left field for the second out. Carter throws a strike home and cuts down Alford, trying to tag up and score. It was hit close enough to the line, shallow enough. You talked about Bristol Carter's defense, his arm in left field. He threw a perfect rope to the plate, and Steele made the tag.
Unbelievable. And here's the thing. He's a guy that used to being in center field. He circled that ball and caught it moving towards the plate. And that ball kind of kept carrying to left field, put himself in great throwing position, and threw an absolute strike.
No runs for Georgia. 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on base. We're through 4, and Auburn still leads 1-0. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because
Quinn, are we cutting in and out at all?
Patience is paid out in gold. You remain
Guys are not, but for some reason, these
what
commercials were, but no, you guys not.
Okay, all right.
Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Yeah, I'm hearing that little skipping too.
Chicago, Illinois.
Back to Athens, Georgia for more of the Tigers and Bulldogs.
Well, it was a fun first 4 innings for sure. Tigers lead 1-0 as we go to the 5th. Bottom third of the order due up. Freilich, Klepsch, and Bristol Carter. Carter has been, the main story of the day for Auburn offensively and defensively. His solo homer is Auburn's only run. It's the only run of the ball game. And he just threw out the potential tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th start, with Chase Freilich taking a curveball very, very high, 1-0. Freilich grounded into a 6-3 double play in his first at-bat. Wind and Curley's pitch. Fouled, oh gosh, into the Auburn dugout. And let's hope everybody is okay down there. Yeah, okay, good. Everybody's okay. That's as hard a ball as I've ever seen hit into a dugout. 1-1 to count, my goodness. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman. Backhand slide stop Adams. Underhand toss to Curley covering, and Freilich is retired. Couple of ground outs for Chase. 1 away in the top of the 5th. I think, based on the reaction in the dugout, that ball came the closest to hitting Cooper McMurray. He's got that cat that ate the canary grin as he walks around in the dugout. All right, here's Klepsch. Grounded out to second back in the 3rd inning. Pitch to Klepsch is high, but it's called a strike anyway. 0-1. Thank you. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 5th inning. 1 run on 3 hits for the Tigers. No runs, 1 hit for Georgia. Klepsch sits back. Here's the pitch. Fastball bounced right in front of the catcher. A ball and a strike. 65 pitches for Curley. Not a bad second start for Curley.
No, they've changed up their pitching rotation this weekend, and so far it looks pretty good.
The 1-1. Fastball That's high again, but it's called a strike.
And I think it's outside. That has not been a pitch this game. And hey, if you're Auburn, you got to adjust. They don't call it, you got to adjust and take that ball the other way.
It helps with that breaking ball if that's going to be called a strike. Klepsch again digs in, bends his knees a little more, widens his stance. We saw Blake Rambush do this with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Off speed and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Klepsch 1 for 7 on the season. This would be a good time for his second hit of the year. Off of Curley here in the 5th inning. Stands back on top of the rubber with 10 on the pitch clock. Number 7 for Georgia, ready to go to the wind with 5 on the clock. The 2-2. Fastball low, and the count is full to Klepsch.
Tell you what, good at bat by the freshman here. Yeah. You know, you just continue to put pitches in, see if you can get to the bullpen. And Georgia used some of their top arms yesterday. Can you get to some down the line guys and take your shot?
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Curley deals. Gets a bouncing ball left side. Here is Branch fielding, throwing. Got him by 2 steps. 2 ground ball outs in the inning.
Yeah, again, if you hit a ground ball, you better hit it really hard to get it through this infield.
7 ground balls. 1 was a double play, so 8 ground ball outs in the game. Does Auburn have a fly out today? I don't see one. Yeah, they've won. Yeah, Snow
field.
Lined out to
Center field, that's it.
Everything else has been a ground out or a strikeout so far. Here is Bristol Carter, who homered in the 3rd. First pitch shows bunt. Didn't offer at it. Pitch was almost right down the middle, but it was called a ball. 1-0. At least, all right, let me add this caveat. That's how it looks from up here.
Yeah. And you normally tell by where the catcher's set up a little bit. Right. That helps you.
1-0 the count. Carter backs up a little bit off the plate, and here's the 1-0 delivery. Low, 2 balls and nothing. To the Auburn left fielder. He's already had a pretty good day. A homer in the 3rd, and then
great defensive play.
Threw out a runner at the plate. Shrug of the shoulders by Curley, the Georgia right-handed starter, with the sunlight beaming down into the wind. 2-0 to Carter. Swing and a miss.
Really good change-up on the 2-0. I think it's a change-up. Maybe it's more of a slider, but off-speed 2-0 right there was a good pitch.
Had Bristol out, a little aggressive out in front. Andreas Alvarez continues to throw for Auburn in the bullpen. I would imagine we would see him to start the next inning. The 2-1 to Carter is a little bit low, maybe a little out. 3-1.
Man, you'd love to get K. Ballou to the plate here.
Yeah. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Auburn 1, Georgia nothing. Curley fires and misses. He bounced it up there, and there is a 2-out walk to Carter.
Can't tell if anybody's throwing for Georgia. You would have to think that somebody would be getting ready. It's 74-plus pitches.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And I won't be surprised if we see Alabama transfer Alton Davis, kid from Hueytown, big lefty, if we don't see him at some point today.
He was dynamic as a freshman.
Yes.
He has not put up the same numbers since then, but boy, he was really good as a freshman over there.
See if K. Ballou can guess right, because if he does, that right field heel side is calling his name.
All right, his 3rd look at Curley. Back to the top of the order, Ballou. First pitch to Cade. Carter goes a little, well, he faked going anyway, and pitch was grounded into the Auburn dugout, 0-1.
I think that's today's starting pitcher that made a bare hand grab. It is.
Yeah.
Cade Fisher.
Gave the Tigers 4 innings. We'll see if he goes out there for the 5th. Stretch in the 0-1. No, instead a throw to first. Keep Carter a little bit closer. Bristol does have 6 stolen bases.
Yeah, I think if Fisher was going back out, probably would be sitting down, and he's on the railing now, so that's probably a pretty good sign.
Yep.
If it is, he's giving you exactly what you wanted today.
Absolutely. Pitch clock's down to 5. Curley comes set. It's down to 2. He deals. and throws a strike in there to Ballou at 95 on the inner half.
Yeah, he's kept his velocity up, and I think you've seen a guy that's going to be a weekend starter for this team, and we probably saw another one of those guys yesterday in Colton Smith.
0-2, 2 outs. Cade Ballou, the batter, going to have to fight it off here. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cade has walked and grounded to the pitcher. He deals, and runner goes to second. Bit of a delayed steal, and Carter swipes second base. Pitch was a ball to Ballou. It's 1-2. Carter was not off with the pitch, but he swipes his 7th bag of the year, and now a base hit from Ballou means a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 77 pitches now for Curley.
Yep, again, find a gap, find a spot.
Yep. Center fielder just a step or 2 toward left center. A lot of room down the right field line. 1-2 delivery. Low. Oh, he called it strike 3. Gosh, that's been low all game.
Hasn't even been close.
That's been low all game, and Ballou is caught looking at strike 3. No, look, we say it all the time. If it's consistent for both sides, you're not going to hear a lot of yapping. But, man, that just hadn't been a strike today. But it is in a big spot here. It's strike 3, it's out 3, and Auburn strands a runner in scoring position. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 walk, 1 left. We go inning in Athens, still 1-0. Andreas Alvarez is on to pitch for the Tigers. We'll give you his information when Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Auburn leads 1-0 as Georgia comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Andreas Alvarez is on for Auburn, the exciting freshman out of Seminole, Florida. 5'10", 192, right-hander out of Northside Christian. He is 1-0 this year in 6 appearances, 3 in relief, 3 starts, a total of 20 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned. That's an earned run average of 4.79. He has walked 7, struck out 19. Teams are batting .269 against Andreas Alvarez. Cade Fisher, 4 innings of shutout ball. He allowed just 1 hit. He walked 5 and hit a batter. He struck out 4. Wow, Fisher, 75 pitches, only 34 strikes.
It's unbelievable.
Fewer than 50% strikes, and he leaves the game with a 1-0 lead and without giving up a run. And the first pitch is a big breaking ball that was a strike last inning, but is not a strike to start here in the 5th.
Yeah,
1-0 to Branch.
And we saw that go back to that slow rolling breaking ball. But Alvarez has a fastball that can get to 93, 94, and got to be able to spot that thing.
1-0, fastball is low, 2-0 the count.
Yeah, and we've seen it. Fisher dodged bullets. Yep. You can't dodge bullets and getting behind and giving up free bases all day long against this team. You just can't do it.
Colby Branch stands back in, number 9 hitter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout to pitch. And that is lined back up the middle for a base hit. Branch is aboard.
That's it. You fall down 2-0, and you look, the only other hit Georgia had today was the same situation. It was a 2-0 count, fastball down the middle. Same situation there. Auburn's got to throw more first pitch strikes. You got to be able to get ahead. Georgia, and you know, hey,
he threw a first pitch strike. It just wasn't
called that. Yeah. But yeah, you're going to have to take it out of their hands a little bit more. And, got to be able to get the breaking ball over for Alvarez.
Here's Devin Obie Center fielder is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Now time called. And Obi steps out. Obi called for it. He turned to the umpire and asked for time. So here's the first pitch. Obi takes it low, ball 1.
Yeah. Alvarez so far has not been able to throw off speed. You know, the first one was a good pitch, but that one wasn't close enough to even entice a swing.
1-0, swing and a miss.
Yeah, fastball.
93. 1-1. Bottom of the 5th, presented by Wind Creek Casinos. Elevate your game plan. Fabulous.
So we see some movement here. Alvarez has a great move.
Whoa, throw to first. Nearly threw it away. Really nice job by McMurray. Kind of lunged over the top of the sliding branch to make that catch.
Yeah, he's got the best move on the team, lefty or righty, and really quick feet. He's a guy that can hold the run game a little bit.
Another throw, tag applied, and branches again back. Play the hottest games, win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app. Tigers lead 1-0. Bottom of the 5th, 1 on. Nobody out for the Bulldogs. Infield plays Obi to pull. Here's the pitch. Miss low and in. 2-1. A couple of other guys in the bullpen for Auburn. Parker Carlson is out there. And I lost the other guy, went behind the building. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 75. Obi was nearly finished with his swing before that hit the mitt.
I think Armstrong's already down there, and I think Hetzler's already down there. So I think those three righties are all down there just kind of milling around a little bit. Carlson looks like he's the one that's getting loose.
The most?
Yes.
Most intentionally. 2-2. And it's fouled off to the right.
I was trying to figure out how to say loose the most, but most loosest. I don't know.
The loosest. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, that didn't sound right.
All right, a sunny day. It's both sunny and cloudy at the same time here in Athens. The 2-2 pitch to Obi. Off speed, fly to center field. Ballou to his left, camps under it, makes the catch in straight away center field, and there's out number 1.
Really good way to battle back there for Alvarez. Threw a couple of really quality pitches, got the breaking ball, and started to find it a little bit.
Obi says something to Burnett before Burnett steps in, says something as well. All right, Burnett. Pitch clock's a-running, and Burnett finally steps into the box, and we can play baseball. Stretch from Alvarez, and the first pitch. Off speed, he was out in front, fouled it into the Auburn dugout where Chase Fralick made the bare hand catch. 0-1. One nothing, bottom of the 5th, 1 on, 1 out. Burnett grounded into a double play and walked. Throw to first, no tag applied. Branch has 6 stolen bases. He has good speed at first base. Alvarez, SEC co-freshman of the week 2 weeks ago against Vanderbilt, 0-1. Off speed, popped up, backing out of play, and it's 0-2. He got the win in what was his first SEC outing. 4 scoreless innings, retired the last 8 batters of that game against the Commodores. He pitched that game that Cade Ballou hit the grand slam. And now he's ahead of Burnett, 0-2. Stretch, Alvarez delivers. Missed low with a fastball, 1-2.
It's all right, I like that pitch.
I do too. 0-2, if you can get him to fish after it, fine. If he makes contact, he's not going to do much with it. And maybe as it sets up that breaking ball again.
Get a roll over here.
Yeah. Shift is on against Burnett. Pitch. Breaking ball, just bounced up there in front of the plate.
Good job by Steele right there.
Yeah, he saved 90 feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kleps is in shallow right field. Fabian has come to the right of the bag at second, and Snow where the shortstop normally plays. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Alvarez ready, he deals and gets a ground ball through the shift and into right field. Stopping at second is Branch. 2 hits in the inning off of Alvarez. 2 on, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Burnett turned on it and hit it right in between Fabian and Klepsch. So here's Rylan Zaborowski. Zaborowski is 0 for 2. He has struck out and bounced to short. How long can Auburn keep this guy bottled up?
Maybe at least one more at bat.
Yeah, they've done a good job against him so far through a game and a half.
Yep, all speed, ground ball. Yeah. See if you can get a double play here.
First pitch.
Good pitch.
Over for a strike, a breaking ball, 0-1. Breaking ball, tailing over the outside corner. Alvarez, light tan glove, set at the belt, checks second, looks home, checks second, looks home, fires. Another breaking ball. Good pitch, but a little high, I guess, 1-1.
Yeah, inner half of the plate, not as much. Hey, if he's going to give you that outside breaking ball that he gave him the first one, stay out there, stay away from the reach of Big Zaborowski.
1-1. Pass ball, cut on and missed. 95
from Alvarez.
How about a big K for Big Z?
That'd be nice.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Tigers by 1 in the 5th. The pitch bounced up there, and again, Steele just stuck his chest out there and let it deflect off of that chest protector. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zaborowski. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the third. 1 out, 2 on. And Auburn nursing a 1-0 lead. Tigers have out-hit the Bulldogs. Well, not anymore. They haven't. They're tied at 3. Pitch. Fouled back. Tried to climb the ladder on a fastball at 96. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alvarez in his first inning. Cade Fisher threw the first 4. 2-2 pitch to Zaborowski is on the way. It's a breaking ball, and it's just a little bit high. And the count is full. Slate Alford, who's 1 for 2 today, waits on deck. Big spot for the freshman Alvarez. His payoff pitch.
Good
is
pitch.
A curve ball that just missed a little bit high.
I don't know where. I mean, he's 6'5". That's a good pitch. I mean,
it really
is.
is.
6'5".
It's called ball 4. And Burnett's to second, Branch to third, Zaborowski at the plate. It is the second straight inning that Georgia has loaded the bases with 1 out. Auburn got out of it last inning. And now here's Everett Tiefert asking for time. He's going to go talk to Alvarez and his infield. I thought I saw Carson Myers out there. I
thought Carson was in the dugout earlier.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
Jackson Sanders is out there.
Yes.
Nobody warming up with the baseball. They're all just kind of getting loose.
I think Carson's getting ready to get started here.
Yep. Boy, they give Everett Tiefert a long time to talk out there with his guys.
I think he wanted to avoid a conversation.
Finally, the home plate umpire, Kellen Levy, goes to bust up the meeting.
Yeah, we're talking about consistency.
Yeah.
Either of the pitches that Auburn struck out on the last 2 innings,
right,
were at least as that last pitch that he threw to Zaborowski was at least as good as those 2 pitches.
No question.
And you got now quality pitch here. Yeah. Hey, this is a double play candidate.
Here's Alford. First pitch to him, Steve right down the middle, 0-1. Alford is singled and flied to right.
Get a ground ball here. This is a double play candidate guy.
Runner at third is Branch. He's got pretty good speed. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. They go to third to get the force, and that's the only out Auburn can get. A slow bouncing ball to the left side brings home Branch to tie the game at 1. It's a fielder's choice for Alford and an RBI, his 35th of the year. Out at third is Burnett, 6-5 for the second out, and Zaborowski is down to second. So now they're first and second with 2 outs for Christian Adams, and we got a brand new ball game. 1-1 our score here in the 5th.
Yeah, really the only play Fabian had there. So he makes a play, keeps the force intact, and see if you can get out of this again with minimal damage.
Pitch to Adams. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. Adams has walked twice. Both those were against Fisher. 1-1 our score. Alvarez comes set, works off the right side of the rubber, plants and fires. Strike 1. Game 2 today, 3 o'clock Central. No matter when this first one ends. 1-1. Off speed, swung on and
Really
missed.
good change.
Adams way out in front. Not only a changeup, but placed outside corner, maybe even a little up. Just a really good location. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Alvarez straightens up. Plants and fires. Lined into center field. That's a base hit. Ballou comes up throwing. Zaborowski is waved home. The throw is wild, and runners will be at the corners with 2 outs. It's an RBI single for Christian Adams, and Georgia leads for the first time. It's 2-1. Base hit back up the middle. Zaborowski scored. Alford had stopped at second. When the throw came home, he took third. They're at the corners with 2 out.
Yep, and fastball up in the zone over the heart of the plate. And again, you pitch with traffic over and over again, and sooner or later it's going to cost you. And Auburn's had traffic pretty much every inning of this game.
I don't know that Georgia's been retired in order conventionally this weekend. No, it didn't happen at all in last night's game.
No. So you pitch from the
time called, and they're going to a pitch clock violation. Alvarez, and it's 1-0 to McCarthy. Now Georgia's guys take about a half an hour to step into the batter's box.
When does the pitcher have to get on the mound? At what number?
Pitch fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know the hitter has to be addressing the pitcher at 8.
The clock 10. Was at 12 when after they'd already done that.
So here's the 1-1 from Alvarez. Lined into right field. Irish has to play it on a hop, and another run is in. It's a 3-run inning for Georgia. 3-1. A single here, a single there. That's their 4th hit of the inning. Runners are first and second.
And we talked about it. You're not going to live by throwing fastballs by these guys. And we've seen it. It's been fastball. Alvarez had not been able to consistently throw the breaking ball or the change, and they've been able to sit on fastballs, and they're making him pay.
Pitch to Jackson. Missed high, ball 1. 8th man to bat in the inning.
The non-strike call was
huge.
So vitally important in this inning.
Yep. 1-0 pitch. Hit him. He leaned out over the plate, and it hit him.
And that's the thing. Alvarez is not able to throw off speed right now. And if you have to throw fastballs against this team, they're going to make you pay.
So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Bulldogs bat around in the 5th. Henry Hunter is the 9th man to bat. He's walked and flied to left field. Armstrong, Carlson throwing for Auburn in the bullpen. It's 3-1 Georgia. They've scored 3 times on 4 hits, a walk, and a hit batter here in the inning. And now here's Hunter.
I'm a little surprised that we don't see one of the other guys right now because of his.
Breaking ball is hit toward left field. Carter going back, still going on the run. Can't get it. It bounces in the corner and over the wall. It's a ground rule double, and 2 runs will score. They'll bring back the runner to third. But it's 5-1 Georgia on a 2-run ground rule double by Henry Hunter. And this is what they have done to so many opponents. They are hitting like the number 2 team in the country. 10th man to bat in the inning is the guy who got the inning started, Colby Branch. He started it with a single on a 2-0 pitch. Jackson at third, Hunter at second. That'll do it for Andreas Alvarez. New pitcher is on for the Tigers as Auburn makes a Wind Creek call to the bullpen.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We're still waiting to see who it is that comes out of the Auburn bullpen here. Carlson has been warming up. Armstrong has been warming up. Nobody's come out.
It's Armstrong.
Okay. So it's John Armstrong who comes out of the bullpen finally for the Tigers. And, of course, they got to stop and let him check all of his stuff in an effort to speed up the game. Armstrong is out, the senior from Marietta, 6 feet, 220 pounds. He's 1-0 in 8 outings this year. 8 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 10. 1-0 with a 4.32 earned run average. Teams are hitting .324 against John Armstrong. Last time we saw him was against South Alabama. Pitched 2 innings, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He threw 39 pitches against the Jaguars. That was a season high. Andreas Alvarez, 2/3 of an inning, 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, no strikeouts. He threw 33 pitches, 19 for strikes, and thought he had a strike 3 call earlier in the inning and didn't. And so Armstrong is on here with 5 runs in for Georgia here in the 5th. They've turned a 1-0 Auburn lead into a 5-1 Georgia lead.
Yep, Brad, and the ground rule double was a big play, and the wind just enough now blowing out to left a little bit that Bristol Carter just couldn't get to the ball. He got a good jump on it, but it tailed and sliced away into the perfect spot, maybe a foot inside the foul line down the left field line, and just no way to get to that ball.
So it's 5-1. And like we've talked about a lot, 5 runs here. If your offense is linking up and if your offense is able to produce, it's like kind of like 2 or 3 in a different ballpark.
Correct. But you've played 14 innings now and you have 2 runs.
Right.
That's the issue for right now for this weekend.
Yep.
The pitching has given you a shot even right now. Yep. Like you go, it's 5-1. But it has been the lack of offense for Auburn so far in this series that has been the biggest issue.
Yeah, the only run today, a solo homer for Bristol Carter. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 2 starts at 3 Central. We will have programming in between for stations that don't go back to regular programming. Still a long way to go in this one. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And Colby Branch singled and scored earlier this inning. He's also struck out today. John Armstrong, a Georgia native, fires and misses outside, 1-0. 10th Bulldog to bat. They loaded the bases with 1 out in the 4th and did not score. Loaded the bases with 1 out here in the 5th and have scored 5 times. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Turned into a really bright, sunny, warm day here at the ballpark. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. He was early on an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. Also a pretty good group of Auburn fans down the first base line.
Yeah, I think
almost a full section down
yep,
there.
Folks traveled over from Atlanta for the day. Got a day now to get prepared for late afternoon tip tomorrow.
4:05 tip-off in Atlanta against Michigan State. 1-2 pitch. All the way to the backstop. Kicks up the third base line. Armstrong tried to glove and tag the runner as he came by. Didn't do it. And a run scores on a wild pitch. It's 6-1. And down to third goes Hunter. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Branch. Just a typical Georgia big inning.
It is, and that's you've been able to avoid it to this point. You know that sooner or later you're going to have one. You just have to limit damage.
2-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3, got him. So Armstrong gets the third out, but Georgia does damage in the 5th. They get 6 runs on 5 hits. A hit batter, a walk, a wild pitch. No errors, 1 runner left on base. All right, time to get the bats going. Through 5. It's Georgia 6, Auburn 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout, yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game, plus home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn Baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
Well, the pendulum can swing quickly in a baseball game. Auburn now trails 6-1. Snow, Irish, and Steele. And we'll see what kind of fight the number 11 team in the country can put up here on the back half of this ball game. It was the back half of the game yesterday that Georgia kind of clamped down on Auburn offensively. Tigers didn't get their first run until the 9th inning, and they had about 4 innings in a row where they didn't get a hit. So we'll see now. Curley back out there on the mound. Last time he was there, which was a while ago, he had a 1-0 deficit. Now he's got a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, the guy that was a closer is 74 pitches here, and you get him into the 6th inning for Auburn. You got to try to get him out of the game and get to somebody else now.
First pitch to Snow is low for ball 1. That was the pitch that was called strike 3 to Ballou an inning ago.
It was.
1-0.
And it's not a strike.
No. Curley, the right-hander, deals. It's ball 2 low.
And patience. You're not going to get it back in one swing.
Right. And now Wes Johnson is out, the head coach of the Bulldogs in his 2nd season. He's got them at 18-1 at home, 26-2 overall.
I mean, it's other than a couple of folks.
Yeah.
It's basically a brand new roster.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of first-year transfer guys, especially now. Pitching staff, some familiar names.
Yeah.
But most of these position players are guys that are in their first seasons at Georgia. So this is an older, experienced group that are now all playing together at Georgia for the first time.
It's a quick meeting as mound visits go.
I think the same thing we saw yesterday. Hey, you got a 5-run lead now. Throw a strike.
2-0 pitch. Right through there, 2-1. The team will play the 2 games today and then go back to Auburn tonight to get ready for that 4 home game week coming up. 2-1 to Snow. Low, 3 balls, 1 strike.
That's it, base runners right now. Base runners, stringing hits together. You hear talk time, they like string it, pass it on.
Yep.
Just is pass it on to the next guy. A couple of runs right here, get back in this game.
Just swing back.
That's it.
Punch back a little bit. The 3-1 to Snow. Tapping into his leadoff experience. He chased one high, fouled it away. 3-2.
And again, don't help them out. It might have been a strike.
Yep.
But it would have been close. But yeah, you're down 5. You need base runners, and early.
Top of the 6th. 6-1 Georgia. Curley to the wind, to the plate. 3-2 is low, ball 4. Leadoff base runner for the Tigers here in the 6th. Single hits in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. That's the first time Auburn has had the leadoff man on since the 2nd inning.
All right.
Just the 4th time this weekend.
Yes. And so now you got your 3 guys that you think, hey, if you're going to get back in this game, Irish, Steele, McMurray are going to have to do some damage.
Irish 0 for 2. First pitch to him misses outside. Off-speed delivery. It's 1-0. A ground out in the 1st for Ike and a strikeout in the 4th.
But patience, again. You're not getting it all back in one swing.
Snow gets his lead. He stole a base yesterday.
A lot of room on the right side.
1-0. Right through there for strike 1. Auburn in blue jerseys, gray pants. Georgia white pants and red jerseys. 1-1. Off speed, missed the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
I like it. Be patient.
Getting ahead of counts in this inning. That hasn't been the norm against Curley today. He's been ahead most of the time. 2-1 pitch to Ike. Here it is. Off speed, and that's line toward left. Back goes McCarthy. It's over his head. One hops the wall. Snow on his way to 3rd. Throw comes in late and is cut off. It is a double for Ike Irish. It's his 2nd opposite field double of the series. Runners 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
This guy that plays in this ballpark a lot, and his first 2 steps were in, and he had no chance to catch that ball. It one hopped the wall, and he thought it was going to be in front of him.
Yeah.
Ball's hit hard, but that wind maybe blowing out a little bit more to left than even that flag shows.
It's a big flag, probably a little
heavy.
It
is, and we've seen the last 2 balls hit that way really carry.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out. Here's Steele. First pitch, low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think you look at Georgia, too, trying to extend this as much as possible, knowing the long day and knowing what they used in the bullpen yesterday.
Yep.
For Auburn, you got to make them pay for this. You got to make them pay for trying to extend him. He's 84 pitches, and I would guess that this is far and away the most pitches he's thrown this year, and I bet it's not even close.
Yeah. Catcher goes out, either to buy some more time or to give some encouragement to Curley, or both.
Lucas Steele here. Keep it going. You know, 3-run home run would be big.
Yeah.
Just as big would be another gapper to keep the pressure on and keep getting guys to the box with guys in scoring position.
You like making guys pitch with runners on base.
Absolutely, no question about it.
Lucas Steele 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out. 1-0 pitch from Curley. Here it is. Off speed and high. 2 balls, no strikes.
If you're Lucas, look for that softball size strike zone right here. Hey, 1 pitch, 1 spot, do some damage.
Curley delivers. 2-0, fouled back. Got a 94-mile-an-hour fastball he thought he could drive. 2-1.
Probably a little bit out and up on that one. It would have been difficult, but you're still ahead in the count right here. At a minimum, if you're Auburn here, you got to get those 2 guys in.
Yeah.
That's your job this inning.
Snow at 3rd, Irish at 2nd. Pitch to Steele, fouled back, high fastball again.
And that's probably ball 3 right there.
Yep.
You've helped him out. Now you got to protect. Again, you don't have to have a huge inning But you got to get these two guys.
Got to get something.
Because, I mean, there's still a lot of time left. It's 6th inning.
Cooper McMurray is 2 for 2 today, and he's on deck. Would they let Curley face him a third time?
I don't know. They're going to give you a run on a ground ball here if you're Lucas Steele. Just put the ball down somewhere on the infield.
2-2. Little tapper off his foot. Foul. He'll do it again. Yeah, the infield is back. They're with a 5-run lead in the 6th inning. They're going to concede a run. Steele steps back in the box. 2 on, nobody out. 6th inning, Tigers down 6-1. Curley's 2-2 pitch. Down and in, 3-2.
Good job there by Steele. Tried to get the back foot breaking ball, and he did not bite. As we've seen, though, the last 2 innings, if it's close right here, you better be swinging.
Curley works off the right side of the rubber. He looks home. He lifts, plants, fires. Ground ball, back up the middle. Base hit Steele. 1 run is in. Here comes Irish. He's waved around. He'll score. It's a 2-run single for Lucas Steele. And Auburn trims the deficit. It's now 6-3, Georgia. 2-run single for Lucas Steele. RBIs 19 and 20 for the season. On a 3-2 pitch, grounded it back up the middle.
And Auburn made him pay.
Yep.
Because they tried to extend the outing, and Auburn made him pay for it. And so now 6-3, back in the game. A lot of time left here. Auburn now, can you keep it going?
Now a Pepper Tree pitching change for Georgia. Bulldogs are going to their bullpen for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree for the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat. Visit Pepper Tree in Auburn and Montgomery, or online at steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. A new pitcher for the Georgia Bulldogs as they make a Pepper Tree pitching change.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Curley goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs to this point, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He threw 91 pitches, 54 of them for strikes. Runner at first is his responsibility. He is out, and they go from number 7 to number 34. 34 is Tyler McLaughlin. McLaughlin, 6'3", 222, red shirt senior. Started out at Emory, originally from Milton, Georgia. McLaughlin, the right-hander, 3-0 in 8 appearances, 7 in relief, a 1.46 earned run average. 12 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. McLaughlin has walked 5, struck out 17. He's given up 3 doubles. He's hit 3 batters, and opposition is batting .159 against Tyler McLaughlin. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Boy, a long bottom of the 5th kind of flipped the timing of this game a little bit, and so we'll remind you that if the back half of this game goes at the pace that the front one did, we cannot start a new inning after 2 o'clock Central Time, the second game of today's doubleheader. And so, with that said, a lot to cover before we get there. New pitcher in the game for Georgia. McLaughlin enters. Auburn with a walk, a double, and a 2-run single so far in the inning. So nobody out, and Cooper McMurray at the plate with Steele at first. Cooper was 2 for 2 against the starter.
Yeah, Brad, it's the fastball guy, but slider, curve, and you know, Cooper's seen a lot of breaking stuff.
First pitch, upstairs, 1-0. Taller, 2. 6'3".
Big, longer guy, but yeah, Coop's been had a fastball base hit last time. I think it's going to be a lot of off-speed coming here.
The 1-0 offering. Here it is. Swing and a miss.
That was it.
84, 1-1. McMurray, a single to center and a single to right.
And a lot of room on the right side here. Don't need a 2-run home run. Another base hit, keep it rolling.
6-3, Georgia leads it, top of the 6th inning. McLaughlin pitches. McMurray takes it down and in.
Yeah, back foot slider did not even, offer at that one at all, and that's a good sign for Coop here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Get a pitch you can handle.
Nobody out.
Right side, a lot of room on the right side.
Game 2 of the series, game 1 of today's doubleheader. 2-1 pitch. Off speed and low, and it's 3-1. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate here in the 6th with nobody out. See what he gets, 3-1. Does he keep trying the slider or go to the fastball? Here's the 3-1 from the Georgia reliever. It's a fastball,
outside.
And it is called strike 2 on the outside corner.
Yeah. That's it. That's just not a pitch that has been a strike consistently other than a couple of times the last top halves of innings.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Pitch to McMurray. Inside and low ball 4. Do him a fastball down and in. So McMurray works a walk. They're first and second with nobody out. And Derek Fabian, the hitter.
I think for Auburn here, I think you're bunting. I think you're trying to get these 2 guys over into scoring position. Fabian has struggled some. Get a bunt down, make the third baseman field this one, and get those guys into scoring position.
Fabian is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First and second, nobody out. Georgia's infield is ready to move. First pitch to Fabian. He shows bunt, and he bunts it to the pitcher, who can't pick it up cleanly the first time, and just lollipops one over to first and barely gets Fabian. So it's a sacrifice for Fabian.
He almost compounded his mistake there.
Yeah.
I think he thought third base early because it was bunted back to the mound.
So Fabian does his job and moves the runners over. 2 in scoring position, 1 out. A sacrifice for Fabian, and Chase Freilich gets to hit. Freilich, a couple of ground balls today. 0 for 2. Second and third, 1 out. Pitch to Freilich is low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I think, again, make him throw you some pitches because he has been all over the place here. And Georgia's giving you a run again. Middle infield is deep onto the green turf. Ground ball here anywhere other than the pitcher, and you're going to score a run.
1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Georgia's used to getting that call the last couple innings. 2-0. 6-3, Tigers trail. We are in the 6th, and Auburn has punched back here in the top of the 6th. 2 runs in, the pitch. Swing and a fly ball left field. Down the line and deep. McCarthy goes back. He looks up. It's gone! A 3-run home run for Chase Freilich has tied the game in the 6th inning. 6-6, brand new ball game, 2nd home run of the year for Chase Freilich on a 2-0 pitch, a 3-run opposite field blast.
Brad, we're talking about the ball carrying into left field. Freilich gets a fastball up and out, goes with it. That ball just kept going. A left fielder thought he was going to camp under that ball. It kept carrying, and it wasn't even close. It was 6 or 8 feet above the wall. Huge swing by the freshman.
So a new game in the 6th, and here's Addison Klepsch. He swings at the first pitch, flies it down the right field line, slicing foul and into the bullpen. 2 homers today for Auburn, a solo blast by Carter in the 3rd, and now Freilich with a 3-run home run to tie the game in the 6th. And you talk about answering back. You needed 1 or 2 or maybe 3 as an answer here in the 6th. Well, Auburn's just tied it up. They chipped away. They took walks. They took singles. Klepsch grounds it to second. To his left, Burnett fields and throws. And there's the 2nd out of the inning. 3 ground outs on the day for Klepsch. And now Bristol Carter comes to the plate.
And Parker Carlson getting hot in a hurry.
First home run allowed this year by McLaughlin in nearly 13 innings of work.
What a swing by the freshman, though. Stayed down and threw the ball.
opposite field, and now time called. Gabe Gross is going to bring Carter over. He has seen something maybe from McLaughlin. They're going to talk about the approach. Carter homered in the third, walked in the fifth.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, too, once that swing happens, it probably changes your pitching thoughts to go, okay, now Carlson needs to get hot.
Yeah.
So I've probably given him a little extra time because you probably go Armstrong if it's still 6-3. But now it probably changes your mindset. Yeah. So maybe it's a little bit more time there for Parker Carlson.
Not a bad thought. Auburn 6, Georgia 6. We're in the top of the sixth. Pitch to Carter. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Drops into the Auburn dugout where Alex Petrovic plucks it out of the air.
Pitcher's showing some good hands today.
Sure. Eighth man to bat in the inning for Auburn. Carter. White batting gloves, 0-1. Swing and a fly ball to center. Obi is back, slows up, reaches up, and makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Auburn thunders back with 5 runs. They do it on 3 hits, the biggest one of them. The 3-run opposite field homer by Chase Fralick. No errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Athens. 6-6 our score. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
6-6 our score. Tigers have answered back. John Armstrong stays out there, and he will face the top of the order, Obi, Burnett, and Zaborowski here in the bottom of the 6th. And you know Georgia wants to try to answer back and return the serve, I guess you could say. Auburn answered back with 5 runs in the top of the 6th to tie this game. Georgia loaded the bases in each of the last 2. They got nothing in the 4th. They got 6 runs in the 5th. Auburn would love to put a 0 up as Devin Obi stands in. As right-handed leadoff man starts the inning, and Armstrong starts him with a strike. 0-1. Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Armstrong ready, the senior, out of Georgia, pitches. And missed a little low. He didn't get the call. 1-1 the count. Conecuh Sausage is a game day favorite. It's always great on the grill. Pick up a package at your local grocery store. And when you're going through Evergreen off I-65, take exit 96, visit the Conecuh gift shop. 1-1, pops the mitt, fastball, inside corner, strike 2. Obi in the leadoff spot today, batted lower in the order, homered yesterday. He's 0 for 2 today. The 1-2 is way outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Obi walked to start the bottom of the 1st. He struck out in the 3rd, flied to center against Alvarez in the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to second. Klepsch, gloves it, throws, and got him by a step. That last hop to Klepsch at second base was a short hop and a tricky one, but he handled it and then scooted on to his left a couple of steps before making the throw. 1 away, and Robbie Burnett is the batter. Burnett is 1 for 2. He has singled, walked, grounded into a double play. Left-handed hitter close to the plate to start the at-bat. See what Armstrong has in store for the left-handed hitting second baseman. First pitch, strike one.
Let's say 94.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little pumped up to face the home
That's
state
right.
Bulldogs.
Armstrong with a shrug and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a high fastball at 95. 9 y 5. And it's 0-2. And that one was elevated, too. That was tough to deal with coming from the sidearm throwing Armstrong. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball, fastball, fastball. And on 3 pitches, Burnett is down on strikes. Armstrong's feeling a little bit right now. Now, you know Zaborowski is going to be thinking fastball.
He's going to be thinking fastball. Can you throw the Frisbee for a strike right here? At least to give him something else to think about. You don't have to throw it for a strike. He is
pitch.
Offered
ground ball.
at it.
Yeah, ground
fastball
ball.
Down and in, though. That's a good pitch.
Yeah. Fouled it off to the left, 0-1. Tigers trying to even up the series. They fell 4-1 last night. Would love to take a win here into the second game of today's doubleheader. Armstrong ready. He deals. Off speed, line back up the middle for a base hit.
That was it. That was the 80-mile-an-hour fastball. It is too much of the plate right there. 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, excuse me. Too much of the plate.
And for Zaborowski, it's his first hit of the weekend. He had been 0 for 4 with 3 walks before that. So a 2-out single, and now Slate Alford comes to the plate. And 20, he's supposed to be in the box. They are not enforcing the pitch clock.
I mean, it's, yes, again, 14 before he steps in.
First pitch to Alford. Down and in, ball 1. Now, I thought you're supposed to be in the box at 20 and addressing the pitcher by 8 or 10. I guess we'll look into that rule. Auburn almost in a shift against Alford, who swings and shows you why. Drives one foul past the third base line. You pitch him on the inner half, and he can pull it in a hurry.
Yes, I mean, he's sitting dead red. You know, something fast, something up in the zone, something to drive. And this is, you know, it's a big guy. I mean, they got a bunch of big guys on this roster. You know, Slade Alford's another one of those guys.
It seems like you have to be 6'2", 215 at least to get on the field to pitch. That's hit hard past the diving Fabian and into left field. Back-to-back singles off of Armstrong, and they're at first and second with 2 out. Second hit of the day for Alford.
I won't be shocked here if you go to Parker Carlson, lefty up here, and say, look, try to give him a little bit different. You know, sometimes that sidearm angle from the left side is something they see really well.
Another right-hander throwing in the bullpen for Auburn. We saw Jackson Sanders earlier. No, that's Parker Cross. Not another one. It's the same one. Parker was throwing earlier. 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch to Adams. Strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Needless to say, really big at bat in this game right here. If you're Auburn, you need to put up a 0 after scoring 5 runs.
Yeah. The 0-1 to Adams. Here it is. Swing and a fly ball to left.
That's
Back
trouble.
goes Carter.
That's trouble.
Still going to the wall. It's gone. It's a 3-run homer, and Georgia leads again. Adams hits his 4th homer of the season. This is a 3-run blast, and after the first 2 were out relatively easily, Georgia with back-to-back singles and a homer, and they retake the lead. It's 9-6. RBIs 12, 13, and 14 for Adams. A single by Zaborowski, a single by Alford, and a homer by Adams. Their first home run of the day.
Yeah, we talked about it. Lefty there, facing Armstrong. They stick with Armstrong, fastball up and over the heart of the plate, and the ball is flying out to left field right now, even though the wind doesn't show it.
McCarthy takes a first pitch ball inside, 1-0. McCarthy today is singled, popped to second, sacrificed a runner over. 9-6, Bulldogs lead the pitch. Off speed and in there. 1-1.
All with 2 out, nobody on.
Yep. And after a 3-pitch strikeout to Burnett, and Armstrong was fired up. I mean, he kind of thought he might be in a zone. There's a swing and a miss over the top by McCarthy, 1-2. Well, all right. So Georgia, for the 3rd inning in a row, swings the bats really well. Now, can Auburn keep swinging them?
Yeah.
That's going to be the question. Got to get out of this inning first. 1-2, grounded foul into the Georgia dugout. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, and quite honestly, the ground rule double, Fralick's home run, and that home run were balls that were probably fly ball outs.
1-2 into shallow center. Just a little bloop that'll get down. And Ballou has to come over and field it on a hop. 4 straight hits for Georgia off of Armstrong. Not hit especially hard, but into the open center field. And now Daniel Jackson is the 7th man to bat in the inning. All of a sudden. You're trying to squeeze every out that you can out of these guys today since you're playing 2.
Yeah, and you also have to be wary of when you use guys.
Yeah.
Because Carlson's one of your best guys, and now all of a sudden it's back to 9-6.
Yep. Jackson takes a ball outside.
Do you want to put him in to hold the game at 9-6 and not have him with a lead in the 3rd game? That's what I thought. And a 6-6 opportunity here. I thought he might start the inning and go, hey, look, see if he can get you 2 more.
1-0 delivery on the way. Swing and a fly, right field, long run Irish. It's hooking foul, and that's going to slice all the way into the Auburn bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson. Jackson has been hit by a pitch twice today. Hit by pitches twice. Scored on a wild pitch in the 5th inning. He's also struck out. Strong right-handed batter. Then he'll start the clock. He can take as long as he wants to get in the box. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul at the plate. Went after one that was breaking down toward the ground. 1-2. A 5 spot, make it a 6 spot for Georgia in the 5th. Auburn tied it with 5 in the top of the 6th. Georgia has answered with 3 in the bottom of the 6th.
Yep, had 5 out. I mean, 2 outs on 8 pitches to start this inning for John Armstrong. It looked like you were cruising.
1-2. Ground ball, past second. Klepsch dives, can't get it. 1st and 2nd. That is the 5th straight 2-out hit for Georgia. Now the 8th man to bat in the inning is Hunter.
Not really sure where Klepsch was going. There was a runner on the move because he was moving towards the bag a little bit, and the ball got hit behind him.
Yeah, once Armstrong couldn't get it on the comeback, it wasn't.
Yeah, he was really playing so far up the middle, it didn't really have a shot there.
And here's Everett Tieford, and Auburn will go to the bullpen. Boy, oh boy. 10 came to the plate in the 5th, and it looked like Armstrong was going to breeze through this 6th inning, but 5 straight have reached for Georgia. We had a 3-run homer for Christian Adams. I say they'll go to the bullpen. Yep, there's the call. So the Tigers make an Alabama Power call to the bullpen here in the 6th inning.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Parker Carlson is the new pitcher for Auburn, the senior from Mobile. 6'2", 192-pound right-hander. He is 3-1 in 9 outings this year, 15 2/3 innings. 9 hits, 6 runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 17. A 3.45 earned run average. Teams batting 170 against Parker Carlson. He earned the win in both games of the Kentucky series. Pitched 2 2/3 innings over those 2 outings. Did not allow a hit. He needed only 23 pitches to go 2 2/3. He went an inning and a third in each of the 2 games against Kentucky. In SEC play, 4 1/3 total innings, 3 hits, 1 run. No walks or strikeouts in the league. His longest outing this year, a 3-inning power save against North Alabama. He struck out 5. His highest pitch count this year came in the game at UAB. He took the loss. Went 2 1/3 through 40 pitches. So Parker Carlson is in. John Armstrong started really strong, pitched an inning. Got the first 3 men out that he faced, but has since given up, or ended by giving up, 5 straight hits. 4 singles sandwiched around a 3-run homer in the middle by Adams. And Parker Carlson is on to pitch with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th inning. Henry Hunter has walked, doubled, driven in 2, and he slid to left.
Yeah, we talked about it, Brad. Big innings.
Yeah.
Big innings, big swings. And you look at what Georgia has done, and it's big inning, big swings. That's how they live, and it's shown up today. Auburn, can you get out of it here and match it? You scored 5 runs the last time you were at the plate.
Absolutely.
Just hold it here, and you still got 9 outs to go.
Yep. Yellowwood scoreboard, Oklahoma has an early lead at Alabama. It's 2-0. They're in the top of the 2nd. Everything else a little bit later. All right, here's Hunter, the catcher. There we go. Runners lead from 1st and 2nd. Pitch from Carlson. Right through there for strike 1. 10 to the plate in the 5th for Georgia. This is the 8th man to bat here in the 6th. Carlson comes set. And he looks to second, looks home, and pitches. Swing and a foul tip on an off-breaking ball, and it's 0-2. And game 2 coming up at 3 o'clock Central. And then back home. UAB in the midweek, Alabama on the weekend. Should be a fun weekend back at Plainsman Park. Feels like it's been a while since we've been there.
It does. I think that one got a piece of steel, so the umpire giving him a little chance to settle back in and see if Carlson can make a really good pitch here and get out of this inning.
Parker steps off.
Got something.
Batter got something in his eye.
Yep.
And Steele sort of bent over still at the plate, so that'll help Lucas too. And Georgia's athletic trainer is going to come out and talk to Hunter. Matthew Kaminsky, the longtime Braves organist, is here today.
Yeah, good reference if I can see clearly now.
Yeah, that's good. I have not noticed what he's played for Auburn.
The only one I can think of is I think it's Frosty the Snowman for Eric Snow.
Yeah.
And then, Irish Eyes Are Smiling for Ike.
Okay.
So I heard those 2. I haven't really noticed any of the other
Yeah, I hadn't
ones.
paid attention to the other ones to this point. All right, Hunter's okay. And back in the box. Carlson's 0-2 pitch to him. On the way, runner goes, pitch is low, throw is down to second and into center field. And scoring on the play is McCarthy. Both runners broke. I thought they might throw down to third to get McCarthy. Instead, they threw to second, and it sailed all the way into center. It was 15 feet in the air, and all the way around to score is McCarthy. It's a stolen base and an errant throw.
And those are the ones that that when you start thinking about it, you like just the gifts.
Yep.
You can't give gifts to teams that can swing the bat like this Georgia team.
The 1-2. Pulled foul right side, still a ball, 2 strikes. 4 runs in the inning for Georgia. Going to have to keep reminded of something Butch Thompson said yesterday to the team. You have to have the mentality that it is never over.
No, and hey, they had that last night.
Right.
Last night looked as futile offensively as they've been, but they made some swings in the 9th inning to give themselves a chance.
Got to tying a run to the plate. 1-2. Swing and miss. Strike 3. And the inning is over. But 8 men come to the plate for Georgia and 4 score. They do it on 5 hits. 1 Auburn error that led to a run, and 1 runner left on base. We've played 6 with a new score, Georgia 10, Auburn 6. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
Georgia reclaims the lead. It's 10-6 Bulldogs. Auburn comes to the plate in the 7th. They'll have Ballou, Snow, and Irish. Top of the order due up, and they'll do it against a new pitcher. A Pepper Tree pitching change to J.T. Quinn, who has started more than he has relieved this year. Quinn is a transfer from Ole Miss, a junior, 6'6", 210. Long and lean is J.T. Quinn. 6 appearances, 4 starts, no record, a 2.61 earned run average. He's given up 3 runs on 4 hits and 5 walks in 10 1/3 innings. He struck out 5. He walked 5, struck out 13. He's given up a double, a homer, a wild pitch. He's hit a batter. Teams are just hitting 118 against J.T. Quinn. Tigers chased McLaughlin out after an inning. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs. He walked a batter. He threw 14 pitches, 8 for strikes. So McLaughlin is out, and J.T. Quinn is in for Georgia. Cade Ballou steps in.
It has to start the same way it did the last inning. Base runners. That's your goal right now. Cade Ballou, your leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base.
Pitch to Ballou, swing and a miss at a high fastball at 94. Can't start chasing.
Nope, and yeah, you have to. Again, I know it's a broken record, but you can't get them all back in one swing. Not right now, anyway.
His last start came March 11th against East Tennessee. Pitch to Quinn from Quinn is low to Ballou. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 inning, no hits, no runs. In his starts, he's gone 2, 2, and 1 innings. Pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded there by Branch. His throw, close, but out. 1 down.
Good swing. Good. I mean, just hit the ball right at the shortstop. I mean, a couple of feet left right there, and that's a base hit.
Quinn was 4-7 in 2 years at Ole Miss. He started 15 of his 28 appearances with the Rebels. Eric Snow steps in now for the Tigers. First pitch to him is a strike at the belt, 0-1.
At 96. That's the thing. You look at it and you go, man, Georgia's got all this offense. They've got some pieces from an arm standpoint. They haven't pitched it great to begin the year because of a lot of walks. When they don't walk guys, They've got some arms.
Pitch home. Low. And it's 1-1. I thought this name sounded familiar. He started against Auburn last year, or 2 years ago. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in 2 2/3 innings. He walked 4. Part of an Auburn sweep in Oxford. Pitch to Snow, high. 2-1. That series was at the end of the year. Auburn was steaming toward a second straight regional host. And Ole Miss was kind of falling off toward the end of the year. Snow bounces it to second. Burnett to his left. Scoops and throws 2 down. And now it's up to Ike Irish.
Georgia just did it. They had a run. They had an inning with 2 out, nobody on, and scored some runs. It's time for Auburn to have one of those.
Yeah. Well, Irish doubled to left field last inning. Came around to score on Steele's base hit. And the first pitch to Ike. High, ball 1. Top of the 7th, Auburn Baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders are proud to provide first aid care back home at Plainsman Park and at every Auburn Athletics home event. The 1-0 pitch to Irish. Ball high and in, 2-0. He thought about it.
He did, and it was pretty close.
10-6, Georgia leads it. We're in the 7th. 2 out, nobody on. Wind blowing out to left. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right field. That ball is absolutely hammered. Oh, well over the trees. My goodness, Ike Irish just cranked his 6th home run of the season. A long blast to right center field. Well, Auburn got one of them back. It's now 10-7, Georgia.
We talked about getting a pitch to hit, and Ike got a pitch to hit, did not miss it. That ball almost interrupted a doubles match over there.
I can't wait to get the measurements on that.
I think 415.
Yeah. Demolished. Here's Steele right through there for a strike, 0-1. 10-7. Tigers trail in the 7th. Just keep swinging. The 0-1 pitch. Right through there, 0-2. J.T. Quinn, the 3rd pitcher of the day for Georgia. His 0-2 to Steele. Check swing, he went, and that's the inning. 440-foot homer.
440 feet.
For Ike Irish. And Auburn gets a run back. 7th inning stretch time in Athens. Auburn trails 10-7. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big War Eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
2 big innings for Georgia. They've come in the last 2. 6 runs in the 5th, 4 runs in the 6th. Before that, Auburn pitching had worked around some trouble. Cade Fisher today did not give up a run in 4 innings of work. Georgia got into the Auburn bullpen, though, and they've been able to score 10 runs today. Auburn, for its part, has not stopped battling. Bristol Carter hit a homer. Lucas Steele,
Chase
Freilich hit a homer. Lucas Steele has driven in 2 runs with a single. Ike Irish has homered. So Auburn has 3 home runs in its own right. One of the big differences, Jason, as we go to the 7th is
two solos.
2 solo homers today. Georgia's homer in the last inning was a 3-run home run. It's a 3-run game right now, 10-7. And here in the bottom of the 7th, Parker Carlson back to work. First pitch, ball, to Branch, 1-0. Good pitch, but called ball 1. Branch is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored in the 5th. Sandwiched between a couple of strikeouts. Colby Branch, the shortstop. Pitch, ground ball, foul past third.
Who has swung the bat well this weekend for a guy that's been down the bottom of this Georgia order.
One for 3 today. Georgia trying to keep pace with the other teams at the top of the SEC. 4 that started the day, 6-1 in the league. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas also started the day, 6-1. LSU at 6-2, Alabama 5-2. Pitch, swing and a tapper to third. Snow waits on it. Fields, long throw, high, safe. McMurray wants to review it. I think Cooper's foot might have come off the bag, but they'll take a look. It was high, so I say his foot off the bag. He may have jumped to get it. Cooper thought he got back down in time.
I think that's a ball. Snow's got to go attack that ball. It was hit really high. You got to go get that on one hop and then come make a play, I think. And wait too long, and it slowed everything down.
Replay reviews are presented by Jackson Services. If it's time to review your home's heating and cooling system, choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama's homes running smoothly year-round. Visit jacksonservicesco.com. Jackson Services, an official carrier-authorized dealer.
Yeah, I think Coop's foot just came off the bag a hair. Didn't get it back down in time.
Runner is safe. Auburn loses a challenge. It's an infield single for Branch.
And again, runner on base for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Here's Devin Obie. Obie today has grounded out, flied out, struck out, and walked. And the first pitch is flied to right field. Irish is there. Little dance out there in left before he made the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Now here's Robbie Burnett. Burnett is 1 for 3. A walk, a single, a strikeout, and he grounded into a double play way back in the first inning. 10-7, Georgia leads it. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Left-handed hitting Burnett. Throw to first. No tag applied. Branch slides back in. Leadoff single for Branch. He's there now with 1 out. And another turn and another throw, and again, a slide back in for Branch. Leadoff runner on base in the first, he did not score. Leadoff runner in the third, Georgia did not score. Leadoff runner in the fourth, they did not score. They did get him on in the 5th and brought him in. Now a leadoff man on again in the 7th, and a pitch a little bit high. Burnett showed bunt. Didn't offer. It's a 1-0.
They've done it a variety of different ways. Then the 6th, they 2 out, nobody on, score 4 runs.
Yeah, first 2 out fairly easily. and a third throw to first. As you start looking ahead now for the last game, the starter was TBA anyway.
It sure feels like it's Carson Myers. We haven't seen him down toward the bullpen. He's still been in the dugout. It feels like that's where we would be headed.
The 1-0. Missed high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Do you have to use a Dylan Watts or a Hayden Murphy or a Jet Johnston? You'd love to fight back and get a lead here and see Hetzler.
Absolutely. You got a lot of options left.
And some things still to a pitch. Fly to center. Ballou has a beat on it. He's got it. He drifted back about 2 steps.
It's really strange because the wind is blowing in from center field. But if you hit a ball to left field, it is just screaming out for some reason, and it doesn't feel like there's that much wind blowing that way. But the ball is carrying to left field, and it seems like it would be into the wind.
Yeah, it's almost like a wind tunnel out to left.
Because those balls, all 3 of those balls hit off the bat. You thought those were going to be outs.
Zaborowski, the batter, he got his first hit of the series last inning. Another throw to first, and again the runner's back. Zaborowski has walked 3 times this weekend. He singled in the last inning. He scored twice today. He's officially 1 for 3. He's also struck out and grounded out. Big 6'5", right-handed hitting first baseman today. Pitch fouled away out off the right side. 0-1. Wouldn't be surprised to see him back at first for game 2 today.
I think so. I think there's probably some of that going on both sides.
Yep.
You know, and you got to cover so many innings today.
Stretched by Carlson. His 0-1 pitch. Here it is. And that's lined into left field. Carter has to play it on a bounce. A head-high bounce in left. And they're at first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, and what we haven't seen as much of from Carlson is the slow breaker. And I know it's not as much of his, but that's a fastball. And we've seen these Georgia guys just repeatedly make Auburn pay for having to throw fastballs.
Got some clouds moving in here. There's a little bit of rain in the Gainesville area, just west of Commerce, which is north of here, north and west. It's a light rain. We see some gray clouds overhead here. That sunshine from an hour or so ago is gone for now.
Gone away at the moment.
Here's Alford, first pitch to him, strike, 0-1.
That's it. That's an 84-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and a little bit off speed. Try to get him out in front and roll over here. Get out of this inning.
0-1 to the Georgia third baseman. Runners first and second, 2 outs. Carlson turns around, throws to second. Really got to keep this a 3-run game.
Yeah. Slade Alford has put a couple of good swings on a couple of balls, hit through the left side, and Auburn has shifted over a little bit.
Yeah, he's 2 for 4. Takes a big cut there, fouls it to the net, 0-2.
Yep, another hard slider from Carlson there. See if you can throw one even a little bit slower here. That was 86. The first one was 84.
Yep.
You can take a little bit off here and get him out in front.
Alford deep in the batter's box. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Can he keep a little momentum by getting this next strike? Pitch from Carlson will have to wait as he steps off and throws to second again. Everybody understands here they got to keep him close.
Because they're not Kentucky, but we've seen this team try to do some things on the base pass. We saw it the last inning.
The stretch, 10 on the pitch clock. Carlson looks to second, comes home, and it's grounded to second base. Klepsch, gloves, throws, out. Inning over. No runs for Georgia. Bulldogs got 2 hits. Or did they give an error on that? Did they give the error on the throw to? Yeah, they sure did.
They did.
All right, so 1 hit and 1 error. In any event, 2 left on base. Georgia stranded 10. We head to the 8th inning in Athens. Georgia 10, Auburn 7, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse. Famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shig-Jordan Parkway and Wire Road.
Ready for the 8th inning. Foley Field in Athens under cloudy skies. Brad Law, Jason Caldwell with you. Quinn Brakeen is in our Skyview studios. Uh-oh. I just lost a water bottle.
Did you?
Over the edge.
Sorry.
It was empty, thankfully.
Yeah.
So, I guess a little gust of wind took it. SeatGeek makes, in any event, it doesn't matter to anybody listening. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this year. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek's the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Chip away.
Yeah, that's what you got. And again, it's about base runners. Auburn has hit 3 homers, but those tend to come when you're not trying to hit homers. They come from having a good approach. Cooper McMurray's been on base 3 times today. First pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, 0-1. I
don't think Coop liked that one a whole lot.
Cooper walked and scored in the 6th. He has singled twice, 2 for 2 today. Pitch from Quinn is fouled straight back.
They had a good swing on that breaking ball right there. And so for Coop, I mean, you've seen a heavy dose of that, but this is a guy that has 94, 95, so you just have to protect here. And he's done a good job of just trying to dump one into left field early on. Can you get back to that approach right here?
0-2 on the way to the Auburn first baseman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's down on 3 pitches.
Yeah, and again, I think just too aggressive there. 0-2, you got to protect, and that wasn't a protect swing right there.
Here's Derek Fabian. 0 for 2, a sacrifice bunt in the 6th. Auburn scored 5 in the 6th inning to tie the game at the time. Derek with a couple of strikeouts in the 2nd and the 4th. Pitch from Quinn, strike 1. Fastball, 93. Tigers got a run in the 7th, put a 0 on the board in the bottom of the 7th.
You got to get base runners here.
Yep. 7 runs on 7 hits for Auburn. Georgia 10 runs on 13 hits, and there's a hard hit ball, but on 2 hops to the second baseman. Drops it, picks it up, throws high. Fabian safe. Well, Burnett was playing deep at second base, fielded it on a 3rd hop, a short hop, and then bobbled it. And then his throw made Adams jump just as high as he could to bring it down. And by the time he landed on the base, Fabian had already touched. So a base runner for the Tigers.
Yep, see if Auburn can take advantage of really their first break of the day.
Yeah. And now here's Freilich. He homered 2 innings ago to left field. The pitch. High, ball 1. It's an error by Burnett that allows Fabian to reach. A 1-out base runner. Quinn looks over his left shoulder. 3rd pitcher of the day for Georgia deals. And there's a ground ball to second. Gloved, they go to second for 1, on to first, and that's a double play.
Hit it hard, but just right at the second baseman. Good swing, just didn't work out.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 8th we go, still 10-7 Georgia. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play,
and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor? Then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Auburn trails 10-7 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Auburn will, or rather Georgia will send Adams, McCarthy, and Jackson, 5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate. Adams has had just an outstanding day. 2 walks, a single, a 3-run homer. He's driven in 4 runs, and he scored 2. He's driven in 4 in a game that Georgia leads by 3. And that is after yesterday going 0 for 4.
Yeah, and that's we talked about the Auburn lineup having depth. This Georgia lineup is the same thing.
Yeah.
They got depth, but they also play in a ballpark that allows you to leave
Yes.
the yard. And so I wrote coming into this thing, they had eight players that had 6 or more home runs.
Big swing by Adams, and he came up empty, 0-1.
We've seen other guys hit home runs this weekend other than the 2 guys that you were most worried about coming into the series.
Auburn has the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the 9th inning. Here's the 0-1. That's right through there for strike 2. Carlson quickly out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Nothing in 2, the count. Carlson, Auburn's 4th pitcher of the day. Winds and deals. Gets a swing and a miss.
Great. I think that's a change. Really good pitch.
3 pitches. He puts down Adams for the first out in the 8th inning. And brings up Nolan McCarthy. Adams retired for the first time today. McCarthy, 2 for 3. A sacrifice bunt, 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Middle of the order has done it.
And
3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters have scored all but 1 of their runs.
In 2 innings.
Yeah. And there's a fly ball to left. And Georgia tacks on a run. It's 11-7. Nolan McCarthy has hit his 6th home run of the season. It's his 3rd hit of the day. First pitch swinging, a no-doubter to left. Back to a 4-run game. And Daniel Jackson will be the batter. Again, this part of the order. Keeps doing the damage. Daniel Jackson has been hit by pitches twice. He is also singled. He's 1 for 2. He struck out way back in the 2nd. Pitch from Carlson. Strike. Nope. Ball 1 inside. Golly. Pitch home. Ball 2.
Don't know where they missed. Neither does Carlson, or I don't think even Jackson knows where those pitches
I'm
missed.
not sure anybody other than Kellen Levy knows why those weren't strikes, but in any event, here we are. Carlson deals.
It's
the same spot, but it's called strike 1.
Exact same pitch.
Well, this is... like hiking in the woods with no trail. Here's the 2-1. Fly ball, right field, Irish. Back, now stops, looks up, makes the catch. 2 down. And Henry Hunter, the catcher. is the next hitter. I'd be interested to see if Hunter catches the second game, if he's back there for both games of the doubleheader.
Yeah, I think we'll see Chase Fraley go back behind the plate if you're Auburn.
Yeah.
In game 2. Yeah, scored 7 runs, lineup, and done a pretty good job.
He has started 24, now 25 of their 29 games, so might not be a huge surprise. First pitch to Hunter, waved at and missed. Took an early cut of the changeup, 0-1. Hunter, a 2-run double back in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. He's walked, flied to left, and struck out. And the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball center field. Ballou tracks it. Comes in a few steps, still coming. Makes the jogging catch, and the inning's over. And that's out number 3.
I don't know what one umpire was pointing to the other. I'm not sure, really sure what was going on. But
solo homer for Nolan McCarthy. Tacks an extra run on. We go to the 9th inning. Auburn needs 4 to tie it. 11-7, the score in Athens, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn family, join us in welcoming head coach Larry Vickers to the Plains as he leads your Tigers into a new era of Auburn women's basketball. This past season alone, Vickers led his team to a perfect conference record and a program record of 30 wins en route to their 3rd straight conference title. As head coach, Larry Vickers brings championship pedigree to the Plains. You'll want to lock in your season tickets early for this new era of Auburn women's basketball. Head to aubtix.com. We'll see you in Neville Arena and War Eagle.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Eight, 9, and 1 hitters up for Auburn here in the 9th inning. Tigers need 4 to tie it. 11-7, Georgia has the lead. Auburn put a 5 spot on the board in the 6th. You just, it goes without saying, if you get 5 here, and then you get a chance to win this game and even up the series, but that's what it'll take.
Yeah.
No more time here. You're down to your last 3 outs in game 1 of the doubleheader. Addison Klepsch, Bristol Carter, and then Cade Ballou against J.T. Quinn. Quinn so far out of the bullpen, just the 3rd pitcher used by Georgia today. 2 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody, hasn't hit anybody. He's done a nice job not allowing free base runners, and he starts Klepsch with a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
He's thrown strikes. He's made Auburn earn it. They've earned it a little bit, but he has thrown strikes, and that's how you pitch with a 4-run lead.
From the stretch, the delivery. Way upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And for Auburn, we say it all the time, it's about just being patient.
Yep.
Get 1 base runner at a time. Make this guy pitch with some pressure. Make him go to the bullpen. Get guys on base. The 1-1. From Quinn. Low, 2-1. I say that, too, as if that's not the objective. Clearly, that's what they're trying to do.
It is. I like the positivity, though. Christian Hetzler just ran to the bullpen.
Yeah.
I like that. Going, hey, we're going to score some runs. I'm going to be needed. I'm going to get down there.
Yeah. The 2-1. Bouncing ball, right side, foul. Just a high chopper, 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's just where this spongy turf plays very differently.
Mm-hmm.
It does not feel like a baseball field, and it does nowadays. I guess these guys get used to playing on it a good bit, but
they'll see it again when they go to Texas. Texas has a turf field too.
They got a turf field. You've already seen Vandy, Tennessee turf. Yes. So you get to see a few more of those before this season's over with.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Klepsch widens his stance, 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts today. 2-2, way upstairs, and the count's full.
You already had Kentucky.
Yep.
So I think 4 of the 5 road trips, I think Ole Miss is grass. That's it. So 4 of the 5 road trips where you're going to be on turf.
Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Klepsch. Foul ball at the plate. Fouled it off his leg, and we'll do it again. Klepsch trying to set the table. Bristol Carter, who has homered today and walked, is on deck. Nobody out, nobody on. 9th inning, Tigers down 11-7. Wide stance, crouching, Klepsch, 3-2. Little tapper. Back to the pitcher. Tough play. Bare hand grab by the catcher. What a play. If he lets that bounce one more time or fields it with his mitt, he may not throw out Klepsch, but Hunter jumped up. It wasn't going to get to the pitcher because of the slow turf, and so he just off the bounce grabbed it with his bare hand and threw on to first.
And part of that, too, the turf, that ball bounced waist high almost.
Yeah.
So he was able to grab it instead of, if it's on the grass, you have to reach down and pick it up. It's a different feel.
Good
the
point.
ball is still bouncing like a tennis ball.
Good point. All right, 1 away. Here's Bristol Carter. First pitch. Line, right field, base hit. Bristol Carter with his 2nd hit of the game. An opposite field single, just getting on base.
I think an important guy for this team moving forward because he's such a defensive weapon out there. If you get him swinging the bat well, gives you another leadoff guy at the bottom of the order.
Yeah.
Home run and a single now for him. Big defensive play out there. You turn the lineup over. Got to keep it going.
Cade Ballou, 0 for 3. 2 ground outs, a strikeout, and a walk. First pitch to Ballou. Outside, 1-0. The ground out came on a ball that he thought he fouled off his foot, so he didn't run. And the strikeout came on a controversial called 3rd strike. 1-0. Low, 2 balls, no strikes.
That's it. This is your lead off the game approach right now if you're Cade Ballou. 2-run home run, it'd be nice, but it doesn't mean anything to you right now. You got to get base runners and keep the pressure on.
Eric Snow on deck, the 2-0 pitch to Ballou. Fastball right there for strike 1.
You got to make them throw.
Ballou walked a couple of times, struck out a couple of times last night. Looking for his first hit of the weekend. And the 2-1. Swing and a foul back. 2-2. That was a fastball at 94. A long battle with Klepsch before he grounded out. Carter singled on the first pitch. Bristol is at first, 1 down. The 2-2. Here it is. Called strike 3 on an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. I think Cade Ballou is probably looking for fastball there, backdoor breaking ball, and again, too close to take on a day like today.
Here's Eric Snow. Tigers down to the last strike. Tell you like every one of these hitters coming up for Auburn. You just got to take them one at a time because you're down to your last out. Snow, deep in the right-handed batter's box. Eric today has walked and scored. He's also grounded out, flied out, and struck out. And the first pitch to the Auburn third baseman is low and away for ball 1. For Eric here, it's about extending the game. How do you get Irish to the plate?
Yep, that's it.
It is literally nothing more than that. 1-0. Swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. A ball and a strike. No post-game interviews after game 1 of the doubleheader. We'll do that after game 2. Kind of recap the entire day with Coach Thompson. So an abbreviated edition of the Regions Bank post-game show after this one. The 1-1, low, 2 balls and a strike. Hopefully we're a long way from that, though.
Yes. 4 or 5 more hits here. And
yeah.
12-11 lead. 13, I got 13-11. I'll take that.
2-1 pitch to Snow. Off speed, called strike 2. Now the Tigers are down to the last strike. Trailing 11-7.
You punch it through the right side right here for Snow. A lot of room on the right side.
Yeah, that side's open. Adams at first holds Carter on. The pitch.
That's high. Oh, my goodness.
Called strike 3. Yeah, the catcher shakes the umpire's hand. That's a good idea. I would, too, after that call. Strike 3 called, and the game is over. Georgia wins Game 2 of the series. Game 1 of today's doubleheader by the final score of 11-7. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If what you like